So just like last stream, everyone, first off, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining the stream. We're excited to show off some more gameplay. We're going to be showing off veteran mode, veteran difficulty today, in addition to a 4-player game, in addition to some a couple of extra fun little add-ons as well. So excited for that. You'll have to, as you will learn, I try my best to zoom in on things when I can, because of some of the overlays. It makes knowing when I'm zoomed in on something properly a little bit of a trick. So if I miss anything, don't hesitate to ping the channel, and I will try my best to show what I can. We are playing in the Overgrown Dungeon today that we already have set up, which means you'll see different dungeon gameplay as well. We have some of the alternate characters on display here as well, for both the Ranger and the Warrior. And then we have Magnus over here, who has not been played in the last stream. So we have some goodies to show off. Let me think. Oh, and we've done setup already. So I'll go through a a brief rundown of setup without spending too much time on it. I am going to go ahead and do a round of introductions. So we'll go in player order here. So I'll give mine, and then we'll go John, Josh, Kristina. Just a brief introduction saying hello. So I'm Jesse, the game design manager. I am normally the one that is in control of the Twitch stream. That's why you see me as the first player here, because I'm able to control kind of what is shown. We'll do our best as we're taking turns to walk through what we're doing, but as the game gets further and further on, we'll probably gloss over some of the stuff that we've already explained just to increase speed of gameplay. We'll have a Q&A at the end for any missed questions we have that aren't prominent to gameplay during the time, and just also to get any follow-up questions in afterwards. So again, Jesse, game design manager, excited to be here. John, give us a quick introduction.
Sure. Hiya. My name is John. I'm a game designer for Unstable Games. I am a professional slayer and dungeon cleaner, and I'm also kind of sick, so bear with me. I will mute myself when I blow my nose. But yeah, just yeah, good to be here though. Josh.
Nice.
Hello. My name is Josh. I am happy to be playing today. I'll be playing the Redacted character, and I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Redacted character. Nice.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristina. I'm the crowdfunding manager here at Unstable Games. You'll definitely see me in the comments on the project or in the Discord. I'll be playing as Magnus today. In the last stream I did not play because I do not like to hurt spiders, but in this one we are going to join forces and take them down. Very excited to be here today. Thank you for having me.
I don't know. Doesn't hurt spiders, loves to hurt plants.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I don't know that like
love spiders, hate nature.
She's the one that gets a succulent and is dead in a couple of hours, or a cactus, one of the two.
Yeah, it's something about my
aura. Feeds it to your spider. There you go.
Eat this exactly. Plants are just food for all my spiders.
It's a spider lettuce.
Yeah, no, that made me laugh. I'm glad the whole team was on the same page, because as you were like, I don't like spiders, I was like, oh, but you hate plants, huh? That's what we're going with.
I'm getting canceled.
All right. So that's a quick introductions of the team. Again, thanks for joining us, everyone, both the team for joining me and the audience for joining us as we take on gameplay. I'm going to go ahead and give a quick overview of what setup entails. So at the beginning of each game, each player, starting with the party leader, which is the player that you elect at the beginning of the game, to kind of spearhead the expedition, will start by selecting their first character. In this case, I have selected Connery as my character. Warrior, it's the alt skin. I was playing Lupe last time. Once you've selected that, you'll notice each of your the cards here on the left is going to have 2 school icons, one which is your starting school, and then a slot for your secondary school that you'll select at the beginning of the game. Tongue-tied this morning, and I was going to say you select. You don't select your tokens, you place your tokens. You'll place your tokens starting at level 1. This indicates here what level you are. This indicates how many actions you have. This will increase with your level throughout the game. You set your movement at the correct movement. In my case, the movement is indicated in the upper left of this card here with a 3 in the little boot icon. And then we also establish our starting health, which mine is 4, so I grabbed that as well. The way that you select your school class or your school cards, you're going to start with your primary school, which is in this case Blades. I will select 2 cards from the Blades school. I will pick one of those cards and add it to my play area. I'll return the other card to the bottom of the Blades deck. My secondary school is School of Precision. I will do the same where I select 2 cards from the top of the Precision deck. I pick one that I want to add to my play area, and then I replace the other one to the bottom of the corresponding school deck. The one thing to note is that when selecting this, you do start with the player that is the party leader, unless that party leader happens to be playing the Ranger or any of our other characters that have the dual class selection. This means they're going to select last, and part of that is to make sure that everyone else has the opportunity to select the secondary school that they do need. So we've already gone through this setup. Like I said, if you have more questions about this, definitely check out the rule book and how to play video that we now have on the page, which you can get to by typing either ! Here to slay dungeons like this, which I will go ahead. Ooh, no, I will not. I was going to. Let's try it here instead. This will send you, or that lets you know where you can find us on Gamefound. Any of the panels on the bottom of my channel should be clickable, should send you to the Gamefound page if you want to check out some of the videos. Once each of the players has set up their play area, we will then be setting up the dungeon. The way that the dungeon works is you're going to build your own dungeon at the beginning of every game. First, you'll find the dungeon entrance tile, which is where all of your starting players start at the beginning of the game. It has 4 spaces, the stress tracker, and a spot for your extra life potions. And then from there, you build 6 tiles off of the starting dungeon entrance in a manner that has to have 2 connecting spots at every point, essentially. So in this case, we have at least 2 connections here. We actually have 3 valid connections, which makes this a valid one. It's probably easier to grab one of these to show you what I'm talking about. So as you're building out the dungeons, you would want to find spots that allow for 2 connections to happen. I wouldn't be able to build the dungeon out like this because this is actually only allowing for 1 connecting spot here. So this would not be a viable connection, but I could in fact bump to this and it would be. So that's the only parameter needed to follow when you're building your dungeon. If not, just set it up however you would like. Like I said, as long as you have the 2 valid connecting points. Once you get to that point, it's to spawn the minions in. You're going to go ahead and select at random 6 of the 7 provided minions, and then you're going to place them out here on the map on the indicated dungeon spawn points for each of those monsters, which is the little paw print here. Each of the monsters have a corresponding number of health and movement that they have. In this case, 4 health for the Flavivore here. That's what we've stacked here, 4 health tokens with their minion token on top. Then you populate any of the chest tokens and extra health tokens that are the bonus tokens here that get populated on the board. You set up the 4 minion cards here. What's going to happen throughout the game is in between player turns, a player is going to take their turn, and then they're going to control the top minion of the minion deck here. And then when the boss comes out after we have leveled up to level 3 and have slain 5 monsters, the dungeon boss will come out, and we'll get into that. We also have our items up here that the team will draw from throughout the game. You get items when you slay a monster. You get 1 item when you slay a monster that can be distributed amongst the players at player discretion, and then when you open up a treasure chest, you get to look at the top 2 cards of the item deck and add 1 to your inventory and discard the other. All right, I think that has covered everything for setup. Anything that I missed, you would want to add, this is the stress track. The stress track is a consumable resource throughout the game that each of the players can use during their turn to increase their rolls accordingly. You'll put a stress marker on spot 1 of the stress track. So that is what we're looking for there. All right. Did I miss anything in setup? I don't think that I did.
I think setup, you're good.
Okay. Perfect.
So I
Perfect.
think-
Perfect. Okay. So then, that's pretty much it. I guess, Josh, we can reveal what we have redacted up to this point, because why not? Let's show this off before we get into.
Yeah, big character unveil. Here we
Yeah.
go.
So, character that Josh is playing is our good buddy Rain. Rain is one of the new characters that I'm sure a lot of you guessed based upon the fact that we had the character cards flipped upside down. But yes, Josh is going to be playing Rain today, so you'll get to see one of our new characters in addition to one of the abilities, new player abilities. So pretty excited about this.
Yeah, this character might look a little familiar to some of you if you've been around since the original Here to Slay. This was our backer gift when we did the original Here to Slay campaign back in 2020. So we have made it a playable hero in Here to Slay Dungeons, reimagined, looks amazing. Super excited to see it live.
They're not classless, but they don't have a class.
Yes.
Yeah. They're the unstable class.
They're the unstable class. That's how I feel in life. I'll tell you what.
This will, just to clarify really quickly, since we are announcing it, this character is going to be included as a free gift for everybody who followed the campaign before it was live. That includes if it was day of, just before it was live, but also if you have backed one of our previous projects, it is going to also be added to your pledge as well as a gift from us to you. You're going to get the hero card and a meeple. If you are not part of either of those categories, it will be available as an add-on along with some other accessories that'll be shown off in today's update. That'll be available so you can have complete sets of everything. So even if you missed out, we've made sure it's pretty easy to get. It's not going to be a super expensive add-on by any means for the card and the meeple and things like that. But we're really excited to show it off. We have reached the end of all of our stretch goals. So at this moment, it is just Rain. I cannot speak on that further, but yeah, right now we just have Rain.
Perfect.
Cool. And it will have a vinyl figure, and it will have a playmat as well. Those are the other goodies, since I see so many questions coming through.
All right. Very nice. Thanks for getting ahead of that one. Figure that if not, we'd be answering a lot of those questions for the next 5 minutes. So this was a good thing to get ahead of. But also don't hesitate to keep any questions that you do have. If we do miss them, please hold on to them and feel free to ask them again at the end of the chat. It's not like we dislike questions. We just like to keep gameplay flowing once we start, if possible. So
yes, I will acknowledge you in the chat. If I can respond via text, I will. I'm the Jam X-Raws in the chat, but if not, I'm writing down your questions and we will address them at the end of the stream. Okay, right, I'll hand it over. Thank you, Jesse.
yeah, happy to. All right. So I think we're at a spot where we can go ahead and start gameplay. I think that makes sense to me. And about the only major times that we'll stop to really explain stuff is if something odd happens, if there's an interesting interaction that we want to highlight, and also when we level up, I'll kind of walk you through the process of level up as well. And then for the first couple of turns, we're going to do our best to narrate what we're doing, why we're doing it, and then kind of once we get into the flow of everything, we'll go ahead and just start playing, because why not? Cool. All right. I guess I will start then. This time around, though, everyone doesn't get to see me play Lightning Sheath, which means I'm not going to theoretically miss all of my abilities for the first 3 times that I try to attack something. But we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I know. It probably will happen now that I've...
Have hope, my friend. Have hope.
All right, so let's decide. I don't even have to move before I start slaying monsters. Okay, we're just going to attack Flavorvore right here next to me. I'm not even going to move. This is my little character. I'm staying put. I do have 3 movement, which means I could move up to 3 spaces if I would like. Actually, I take that back. I am going to move first. I'm going to move through Flavorvore and get myself some items ahead of time. Okay, I'm going to have to increase stress, which is a bummer, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to give these a shuffle because I'm not 100% sure we did. So I'm going to look at my 2 items. And we have The Undo Hourglass. When you fail an ability, immediately perform that ability again. Move this item to the bottom of the item deck. Or we have Cursed Ring, which is take 1 damage when this item enters your inventory. But I get to increase my rolls by 1 for... I'm going to be selfish and take this without even asking you guys, because all of my abilities center around core abilities. So
that makes perfect sense.
I think this is one that I am gonna hold on to myself. Okay.
Cool.
So this is a good one because let me take my damage here. So I take 1 damage for this entering my inventory. But now all of my core abilities against Flavivore are going to be increased. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to activate Sixth Sense here. This says immediately perform up to 2 or 3 core abilities. It is going to be a decrease of 1 for each adjacent minion, which is not ideal, so I need a higher number here. We'll see. Ooh, okay. So it's a 6, so I need to increase stress by 3, or 2.
Hang on there, buddy. This is a...
It is,
7,
but I have a -1.
Oh, you're right. My mistake.
So.
Carry on. You're right. I'm wrong.
Okay, so it was 7 minus the 1 for being... having a foe adjacent, so it's actually a 6, so I need to increase stress by 2. Again, any of those that do not know what that means is I have a roll requirement of an 8 that I have to meet to trigger this ability, or for me to activate this ability. I came up just short because I needed an 8, and I actually got a 6 with the -1 from the decrease for adjacent foes. Stress... good call. I just got the Cursed Ring. I need to put this up here or I'm going to forget because it's out of view.
Core abilities. So you were doing it right.
Oh, I was doing it right. Yes, I will get to that in a second. So Cursed Ring does not count for this. Core abilities are what are listed here on the character card. Oops, let me... on this card here. This here is the core abilities that you can perform. So I get to increase my roll for these, but not for triggering this ability out here. Let's see here. Okay. So I did increase stress by 2. That allowed me to bump my 6 up to an 8, which is what I need. So now I get to roll again. I'm going to attempt to perform 2 core abilities. This ability is not mastered yet, so I only get to do the number on the left. I don't get to do the mastered number on the right, which would be the 2. Let me zoom in a little bit more. A 2 or a 3. Cool. I will go ahead and roll for my first one. I need an 8+, which I got. So first one, it's actually a 10 because of my +1 from Cursed Ring. So I take 1 damage away from this monster here. Now I will roll again for another core strike. This one, I need a +2. I'm going to go ahead and only need a +1. So I am going to increase stress by 1 to make sure that hits because I get the +1 from the Cursed Ring here. So I will which increases it to 7, and then a stress of +1. This does 2 damage to the monster right here, Flavivore. Perfect. Yes, and now this is where some of the abilities come into play. There are some abilities that can trigger, hero abilities that can trigger not during your turn. In this case, good old Magnus has an ability here that gets to trigger sometimes during an off turn. So,
Yes.
I'll let you read it, Kristina.
Oh, yes. So I am Magnus, and I have Mana Boost. So I can roll, and if it succeeds in once per turn when an ally deals damage on their turn, I can increase the damage dealt by 1.
Perfect. So go ahead and give that a roll. So take those dice over here. I can pass them to you if you'd like. Here.
Yeah.
Boom.
That would be awesome.
Looking for a 10. Come on, 10.
Come on.
Come on, 10.
Oh, a 12. Heck yes.
Very good.
Okay, perfect. So you increase damage dealt by 1, which means we remove another one. We almost slayed Flavivore already. Wow. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah, this ring is really good. It's you want to get this on the right character that will take advantage of core abilities, but as you can see, it combos well with some of the other stuff that we have here. All right, so that is my turn. I do have 1 movement left, but because I don't want to move on to a trap and take damage, and I cannot finish on a spot with another either character, ally, or minion, I'm going to go ahead and end my turn here. That does unfortunately mean that I only have one movement left, which triggers the Overgrown Dungeon here, which says at the end of your turn, if you have one or more fewer movement points, increase stress by 1. So yes, team, I did almost eat up the entire stress bar. That is totally fine, though. When you move on to a trap, which I did not, I would take 1 damage, so I get to ignore that. Now we are on to Flavorvore here. So it's going to target each character within a range of 2 and deal 1 damage to that target. So unfortunately, that is literally the entire party, because I am within 2 spaces, within 2 spaces, within 2, and within 2. So we're starting out heavy here. Now, something to note, the way that I decided on which of these 2 is interacting is the one closest to my character. So what is happening here is I am... this one is closest, so instead of triggering this one, it's going to trigger this one. So everyone within range of 2 needs to roll a dice to see if we block. The way that that's going to happen is each character has an individual block that they can roll to block incoming damage. So I'm going to go ahead and roll mine. I need a 10 plus, which is not the most ideal thing, but it is what it is. We will see what happens here. Oh, boy. Okay, so I did not. I'm going to take a damage. That is fine. I'll just go ahead and do that. There's no way for me to stress, and I don't trigger this because I did not succeed on the core block, which is really sad.
There's an upside, because I have my ability here as Robin the Archer, Retribution. If I roll an 8+, once per turn when an ally takes damage from a foe up to 3 spaces away from you, deal 1 damage to that foe. Well, I am 3 spaces away from that, so I can roll and see if I can get a little arrow just slinging over to that guy while he's not paying attention. That is a 10.
Hey, perfect.
So,
nice. So then this creature is actually slain. So we'll put that here, which means... Very nice. Cool. Well, that means that the rest of this doesn't happen, because Flavorvore is now deceased and does not have the ability to attack any longer. So John saved everyone except for me, which I should be happy about, but I'm a little salty about.
It was a worthy trade. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
I know. I keep messing up how to say it, but I'm committed at this point. So it's just the way it's going to be. All right. So that's that. Boom. Moved over to here.
My turn. Okay. Where am I on the map? I am right here. Little green guy right there. Let's see. Nearest enemy is probably this one. Actually, they're equidistant. I could go for this guy or I could go for that guy. Oh, this guy's going to take action next. So maybe I should use that to decide maybe I should go for, or maybe try and stay away from this guy. What is he doing? He attacks a range of 1, and he has movement of up to 4. Yeah, there's no avoiding this. He's going to be close. Okay, well, that's all right. I'll just try and get some damage off, because why not? How shall I do it? I have a long-range thing, and I have a shield bash, which can actually move a foe a space.
Sorry, I should be highlighting what you're doing.
Maybe I should come down here and do that, because I think one of us has an ability that triggers upon movement stuff. This one. So Rain's ability here is when a foe ends its movement on a space up to 3 spaces away, Rain can do something cool. And I have a thing that moves a foe. So if I can line up this shield bash in a certain way, it might be able to trigger Rain's extra thing here.
Ooh,
so I'm going to try and get that going. Rain is here, and Rain's thing is up to 3 spaces away. So 1, 2, 3. I would have to hit this guy within range. I couldn't move him here. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to make the sacrifice of walking onto a trap to do this. I think this will probably be worth it. Moving two movement points. 1, 2. So I will dial that down. There we go. 2 movement points remaining. I did walk onto a trap, so that hurts me, but in this case, I think it's probably going to be worth it. Unless I roll bad, then it's going to really, really not be worth it. So let's hope I roll okay, because now I'm going to try for the shield bash using my ability. I need.
Oh yes, hold on. We have a good call out. Because it happened at a weird time. Here, you slayed a monster, so you get the opportunity for root boots.
Ooh. Okay.
Good call out there.
I will take it. It unfortunately doesn't work for me in this instance, but that's okay.
Okay, perfect.
Because I have already moved, and the cool thing about root boots here is you can increase your roll by 1 when performing an active ability if you have not moved this turn. Now, unfortunately, I've already moved this turn, and I'm kind of committed to it. But next turn, this is going to be very, very good for me as a ranged character.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, so now that I'm here, I'm going to roll, see if I can get an 8. Come on,
You
8.
can do it.
Come on.
Hey,
That's an 8.
nice,
Very
perfect.
Good. Okay, so this succeeds. I deal 1 damage to the adjacent foe and move them 1 space. So 1 damage ticks off of this little guy, and they move to there. And
Nice.
because their movement just stopped within 3 of our boy Rain, he can go for that. So go ahead, Josh.
I will try Nayslayer.
So let me get
Cool.
closer
8
to this.
plus.
That's a
I got
5.
a 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think it's worth it right now. So
I think you're probably right.
Yeah, probably not.
Cool. So that was the all of my abilities because I'm level 1, so I only have one thing to use. I will go ahead and end my turn right here. So we look up here, and we see that at the end of your turn, if you have 1 or fewer movement points, increase stress by 1. I luckily have 2 movement points left, so I avoided that. So now we'll see what this little guy does. The nearest little carpet monster, floor crawler, next to me is this one. And so we'll see what they do. They have a range of 1. Nobody is within a range of 1. So they will move. So we look to their mobility is 4 mobility. They will move up to 4 spaces to get within range of a hero. So
Well, it's no. Hold on.
Bring it
It's most items, which would be myself
Ooh,
or John. So
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 it
that'll
will be
be-
attacking.
after he lands, though,
True.
it'll be once he finishes movement.
yes. Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
So you think there would be reason for me to
Yes.
to let him move over here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do
because
that.
if I can get Nayslayer off, I'll teleport away from him, and then he'll not be able to attack us.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Okay. You're right because
So-
you rolled for Nayslayer once during my turn. Now this is technically the foe's
different
turn.
turn.
Correct.
So you are able to do it again. Okay.
All right.
So the foe moves there. Go ahead and roll and let's see if you get it.
He ends his movement, and I try to do Nayslayer.
Ooh, might be worth it
9, I do an 8
now.
plus. Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay,
So
I get to immediately move to any open space.
Not that one.
Yeah, not that one.
no, move to
I
a
think I'm just
trap.
gonna move over here.
Up to 3 spaces away.
And then I can increase stress by 1 to deal 1 damage to that foe, which I'll go ahead and do.
Yeah, I think you should. Good call. Good call. Good call.
1 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
And then he would go to do his attack. Anyone
Yes.
in range 1, no one in range 1.
Look
So-
at that. Perfect.
Very good.
So what
there's
happened
better
there
skill.
is the floor crawler attempted to move into range of a player, which Josh was at the time, which was right up here. And then when the floor crawler got into range, Josh triggered Rain's Nayslayer here, which Josh was able to trigger, allowing Josh to move, which got Josh out of range of the attack. And then he was also able to deal 1 damage by increasing stress by 1 as well. We are at the max stress, so the first ability moved, and then the veteran effect says to perform this attack a second time. There is nobody in range, so boom, doesn't
go.
happen.
This is
Done.
resolved.
Done.
And we move on to the next player, which is Josh.
Let's see here. That person's going to go next. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't get to them. I think maybe I'll just go try and slay that floor crawler.
Yeah, do
It's
it.
1 HP, right?
Yeah, 1
Is it two?
HP.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is 1 HP.
Cool.
So I'll move 1. And I don't think I need to do lightning sheath, so I'm just going to do core strike.
Just
You
need
don't
a
want to
7.
fail at lightning sheath like I did last game, over and over again.
I would prefer not to.
You still might fail the core
I'll
strike. Yeah,
just
see?
fail at normal core.
Yeah. Have
See, now you just look like a fool trying to do something basic. At least, at least in this case, I looked cool doing something fun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Since
So,
I was about to say, since you're adjacent, could we use Inner Fire?
Yeah.
absolutely.
One of my abilities, if I can succeed on Inner Fire, once per turn, since you are adjacent to me, since you failed an ability on your turn, you can immediately try to perform it again.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So here you go,
Let's see if we can bail
Kristina.
him out.
Please bail him out.
All you need is a 7. Come on, 7. That's a 7.
Hey. Okay. So what happened?
Immediately
Just
perform it again.
just to catch everyone up to speed here, this is the type of stuff I'll kind of gloss over once we get into flow of gameplay. So this is one. Josh attempted to use... No, he did not. Josh attempted to use Core Strike and look like a fool instead. I was used to people failing on this one. It didn't work. Therefore, Kristina was able to trigger Inner Fire, which this is something to note that I didn't cover at the very beginning. So if it has this icon here, this means that it will be something you roll to trigger. If it is the little eye icon here on the triangle, this is something you want to look for the trigger happening when... it's not your turn, because this ability only happens when somebody's adjacent and they do something that doesn't work and, Kristina's adjacent to them. So that's what you want to look for there. So that's what happened. So now, Josh, best of luck. If you roll again...
He's going to roll a 3 again. Here
right.
we go.
It's going to be
worse.
a 2.
Well, now I am. You guys just cursed me.
I know, right? I don't feel bad about it.
I called it.
This
My
is
power.
crazy.
That's unfortunate, though, because you are my teammate. So I'm
Yes,
upset
it is a
about
core
that.
ability, Vex. Correct. It's core ability, not these are abilities. These are core abilities.
Sorry that
Okay.
happened.
Let's see here. So I moved 1. I can move again if I need to. Oh, they're going to be in range no matter what.
Because
It's a
I'll
range of
just
3, so
stay
like,
there.
if you went here, wouldn't it dodge it and just wouldn't this thing just attack this guy, and not you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's an option.
Yeah, but
That
it's
is
going to be
an
one
option.
person anyways,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I don't mind them. Well, I guess it is. They do have more health, so maybe that makes more sense.
yeah, and I'm planning on using, just since we are on the same team, I am planning on using Plasma Bolt during my
Ooh, nice.
turn, so I just need to make sure I have that straight line, and I'm probably going to go for the floor crawler just to...
Just
Okay, then
not
yeah,
so
make it out your ways. Okay, so that will be I move. Actually, wait. I'm not gonna move because that way I don't have to do the stress. So
Oh,
I'll stay
good call.
there.
Good call.
And in my turn.
All right.
So Evil Weevil, they are trying to get within range 3. 1, 2, 3. They already are, both of us,
Ow.
and they are targeting the farthest. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're both equally as far, so we'll get to choose. So we'll go and have them go after you since you have a little more HP, and because I have a heal that I could possibly use.
Cool.
That's real.
All right, roll for block.
So they're attacking you. If you want to try and core block.
Correct, Dry.
For 10.
We're attempting to slay 5 monsters, and then we'll fight the dungeon boss. Correct.
Let's see here. That didn't work out.
Okay. So
Did not work out. I'll take 1 damage.
take 1 damage. Yep.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Let me read my thing here. A foe up to 3 spaces away from me. The foe that just dealt damage to you is 3 spaces away from me. I can maybe
As this one.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I'm a
this
fool.
foe.
Carry on. My mistake.
Ooh.
Then the closest hero must increase stress by 2, so that could be either of us. I'll go ahead and take it because we are equally as close.
That's very kind of you.
1, 2, and I will lose an HP there.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, at least our stress track is reset. Okay. So that was an interaction worth highlighting for those watching. So the main attack went off, which was the pesky drone. That did damage to Kristina. And then the veteran attack went off, which is the closest hero must increase stress by 2. In that case, it could have been Josh or Kristina. Josh went ahead and said that he was the closer one, increasing stress. The reason that that's important is the player who increases stress is the one who takes damage. So when Josh increased stress by 2, when it was already at 6, it goes 1 back to 3, and then 2 back up to 4. So we still get the full 2 stress movement, and then Josh lost a health because he was the one that increased the stress. So just
And
wanted to
also
Stress
just
in this hole.
yeah. Also, just a note on Roxy's question earlier: increasing stress. There was an increase of 2. The first individual step takes it to 3,
yeah,
and then the second increase takes it to 4.
correct. There we go. Perfect. Cool.
Very good.
I believe that is Josh's turn, the monster after Josh's turn. So we are now on to Kristina.
Yay! So to start my turn, I'm gonna leave this entrance and just take one step into the dungeon, looking around suspiciously, reluctantly. I'm gonna drop that down 1. And then I'm gonna try to plasma bolt this floor, or that's the floor crawler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take him out. I think he has, or they have
Only
one.
1 health left. Yes. So if you
I
hit,
don't know if I can do it.
you got this. You've got this.
All right,
If
I
not-
just gotta roll a 9 or higher, and it'll deal 1 damage. And we're gonna pretend if this works out, I'm gonna narrate how
Perfect.
Josh dodges this. Come on.
Oh,
Yay!
okay.
Beautiful. Yay. So yeah, Rain jumps into the air, does a really cool like flip, kind of like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater move. Yeah, just like that. full 360 out of the way of my plasma bolt. You can feel it in the horn as I was charging up my attack. And we dealt 1
man.
damage, taking down the floor crawler.
Nice.
Excellent.
So
Yeah.
add him to our Slade foes.
We should embrace Critical Role at this point and describe in detail what all of our attacks are doing every time we.
Ooh, Slade, how do you want to
Yeah.
do this style?
Yeah, how do you want to do this? All right, perfect. Okay, so a couple of things are going to happen. Kristina, grab your item. Very nice, very nice.
Beautiful.
Oh, wait, don't you think
Celestial.
2?
No, for slaying a
Oh.
monster, just the
My
one.
mistake.
You're good.
You're right.
A new item. At the end of my turn, if I dealt 3 or more damage this turn, I can heal 1 HP. Does this make sense for me to hold on to it, or should I give it to somebody else? That could use it
Hear me
more?
out. It could be a me thing because when we level up, I'm going to master this, which will allow me to do 3 core abilities, which will then deal consistent 3 damage.
Yeah, Jesse, I'm gonna chuck this
Perfect, perfect.
this like cuff
Chuck it over.
across
I
the
will.
dungeon over.
I'm going to roll to catch. No, I'm just kidding.
Very good.
Nice.
Roll to say thanks.
Yeah, roll to say thanks.
Roll for gratitude.
Okay, let's see what I get for roll for gratitude. Oh, pretty good roll. I guess you get some
Pretty
gratitude.
good. I feel really appreciated right now. Thank you for that.
Wow, just eating up all the good rolls.
I know.
This is why I get to.
That is how it works. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Good call there,
And then
Kristina.
How
I'm
we
gonna
level up?
move.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta level up.
Yeah. So level up happens immediately. The way that works is each player is going to select the top card of each of their school decks. In my case, I'm going to do Blades and Precision. And then you select one of the 2 cards that you have picked up to add to your play area over here. You discard the other one, and then you'll get to master an ability as well. So let's see here. Do I want Chain Attack? Oh, yes, I do. This is what I want.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good with your stuff.
Level up
That's
happens
really good.
immediately, JP. Or PJ. I don't know why I'd reverse those.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me flip that back.
Thanks
for
a
you,
lot. There you go.
buddy. There you
Cool.
go.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now I'm going to master something. So each player, when you level up, again, each player is going to select the top card of their class from their class schools. You're going to select one and add it to your area. When you're at 3 and you have to make the selection again, you're going to choose to either add one and remove one or just not add either of the 2 new abilities. And then upon level up, you also get to master an ability. What that means is mastery can come in a couple of different forms. You will either get an ability that increases or decreases the roll needed, which would be fancy footwork here. If it's mastered, it goes from an 8 to 7. If I did chain attack, it would go from an 11 to a 9. In this case, I'm actually going to master 6 sense here, and that is because some of the other form of mastery is it doesn't decrease the roll, but it gives you a bonus or a boost to the effect itself. In this case, I get to go from performing 2 core abilities to 3 core abilities, which makes sense. So then when I get this plus this in action, it's going to be quite a bit of damage going to monsters if I can happen to do it. We are going to increase our level, which also increases the number of action points we get during our turn. Because I'm level 2, I will now get 2 actions to use during my turn as well. My movement is down here. I reset my movement at the beginning of my turn. So that is what leveling up looks like. Is again, you select a new ability, one from each of your class schools. You select one to add to your play area or to discard. Then you master one. Yeah, no, this is the combo. This is like the combo of dreams right here, Joan.
See how it pays off.
Yeah, seriously. This is like Warriors dream scenario here. This is a good build. Perfect. Okay. So Kristina, it interrupts what you're doing move wise. You don't get an additional action now that you've leveled up. However, you can finish out your movement if you would like. Keep in mind, you will have to adhere to this up here if you do move too much.
So there is an advantage to not moving much right now.
Yes, I wanted to gauge, I think Josh, since we're kind of like, I think we've kind of split up into little pods exploring this dungeon. I was curious, are you planning on going towards the Evil Weevil next, or are you going to circle around with the rest of the party? Or are you going to go over to the floor of what we left?
I feel like either of those make sense. Let's see, the Floravore is 4 HP and the Evil Weevil has 4. Maybe I'll go after the Evil Weevils. That way, maybe grab this.
The health.
This art here. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, that makes sense. I think. For the time being, then I'm gonna use one action point, or not action point. Sorry, one movement to go back to the entrance tile, just so I can be in range to help you out there a little bit. Cool. You're at 2 health, and then actually no. I'll help you out now.
Actually, no.
No, because next time I was torn between mastering Inner Fire instead, which could be for any ally, but I did not master that this time, so I'm gonna wait for the next one when we're getting ready for the dungeon boss.
Good call.
So I'll be around to help out in this little pod for now. So I just used one more movement point. I still have 2 left, so I adhere to the Overgrown Dungeon's wishes.
Nice. All right.
Very good.
So now you do,
awesome.
This one.
Perfect. So
sorry, I'm interrupting.
You
you carry on.
So for this one, this is the environment taking its attack at us. So the Overgrown Dungeon has creeping vines. It says force each hero not on a space with a trap to move 1 space closer to or onto the closest open space with a trap.
I saved
so I believe
you did. Nice.
Both Josh and I will move forward over here to.
Yeah, that's the closest one to both of us.
And I'll move this way, I guess. It's the
your only option.
Towards the closest open one, since I can't move towards this one.
I think this is the closest open one
which
to
I
you,
can't.
So you'd just you'd move one
Yes.
and just not be able to.
You are correct. I was overlooking this one. And because so the way that this works, you can strategically play around the traps for anyone watching. When this type of stuff happens, if somebody's already on a trap, you can in fact help prevent others from taking damage. Is what is thankfully Robin did that for me, so I don't take damage. Perfect. Cool.
Wow.
Cool. So then this is resolved.
Yeah. Boom.
Yep. Move it over, shuffle them up.
Yep. And then move it back. Okay.
That's probably not good.
That's not ideal.
Well, only for one issue.
Let's see here. Oh man, nobody is in. Oh boy, my entire plan is foiled right now because there is nobody within 3 of me for me to actually attack people. So it's okay. I'm gonna have to core dash, which is fine. So 1, 2, 3, which is all of my movement. So there's all my movement. So I am not in range to deal a core attack to this one over here. So what's going to happen is I went my movement because I can't cross walls, right? So I had to go a different way. So I couldn't just hop over this wall here. So in other words, I went 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to have to attempt to core dash, which gives me the opportunity to move 2 more. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's hope that I get a... Oh, good. When I saw the 6, I knew I was going to succeed. So now I get to move further. So I will fight this lad over here. Which should be good. I don't have to pronounce its name wrong, so I'm not going to. We are going to... I'm going to attempt to 6th Sense. Now, something to note, my core dash does take one of my actions, so I only have one action. I will have only one action left, which I'm going to attempt to make 6th Sense here, which I need an 8+, which I got. Okay, so now I get to perform 3 core abilities with the increased roll for those abilities. So we will core strike. +1 puts it at a 7. I need an 8, so I will increase stress, because if I do this enough, are you within... No, not within 3. Dang, I was thinking maybe...
Oh, no. It's okay. You dealing the damage is actually... that's a Magnus
yeah,
thing.
that's a Magnus thing. So Magnus, do you want to go ahead and attempt to roll to increase my damage by 1 with your... with this here?
Mana boost.
Yeah, with your
but
mana
only because you rolled for gratitude.
Okay, good.
I'm feeling generous. All right.
Okay. So I don't want to say that you should do this, but I kind of do want to say that you do this, because if I get my other 2 core strikes off, we slay this monster too. So I think it's worth you taking a damage here to... Or no, I guess we won't. We were right here. So I think you increase it by 2 to trigger this. It was right here, kind of in between-ish.
5.
Are we? Okay.
Grid 5, yeah.
Then, okay, you would take a damage if you want to go ahead and do that, but it might be worth it.
It is your call, of course.
If
Up
you
to you,
take
though.
damage,
What is
I can use my hidden rations to heal you.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome. Yeah, because I was about to say I'm probably going to be taking quite a bit of damage in this next few turns.
Well, we can protect you from 1 point of damage because we'll have Josh move first, which will stop you from moving on to a trap. So we can at least
Okay,
protect
that's
you
fair.
from that.
Yeah, I'll take one for the team,
Okay, perfect.
and we can increase stress, and I'll take the damage.
So you did 1, 2.
2.
That means you succeeded on your mana boost to increase their damage.
Oh, I should have.
Yes.
So did you take that damage off, Jesse?
Oh, no, I have not. Sorry. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
I was realizing I misplayed my turn. I should have done fancy footwork, which would have gotten me over to the monster. I just was not thinking. I had 6th Sense in my head and really wanted to do that, but it's fine.
Can't believe you forgot about your fancy feet.
I know. It's even my League of Legends tag is fancy feet. So it's kind of sad. I know. All right. So now, since that's the first instance of damage, I'm going to roll for my other 2 core abilities now to try to get this. That one hits.
Cool.
Oops, not flip.
That's a weird roll. Yeah, what's
We're
going on
going to
here?
try that again. I don't know. They were just rotate. Oh, boy.
+1 is 7.
Yeah.
you
I'll
just
increase. I'll increase 1 more because then that slays this lad here. Done. Boom.
1 item.
Item. We have grappling hook. Move a foe up to 2 spaces away from you to an open space up to 2 spaces away from you. Who wants this? I am okay without because I have 2 items and I like both of these more than I like the hook. So who would like this? Any of you 3?
I know that this could be used to trigger Rain's thing here, and I was thinking it should go to anybody but Rain, but now that I'm reading this, I think Rain could actually use it to self-trigger that if they wanted to. I think.
Yeah. I'm down for
So
that.
I don't know. That could be useful to you, or you could blend it up into you could turn it into a delicious meal too. I think
Yeah,
I should
that's
give it to
true.
him. What I vote Josh. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's go with Josh.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right.
Sweet.
Sweet.
So that was all of my actions. We're just going to ignore that I did my actions poorly because I should have done this, and then we would have saved Kristina. However, I did do 3 points. Oh, that's at the end of my turn, which I guess it is the end of my turn. So that's fine. We'll do this. So at the end of my turn, if I've dealt 3 or more damage this turn, heal myself 1. I did, so I get to increase my health back up. I don't know why that was sitting in my pocket. All right, that's my turn. So now we will do the Overgrown Dungeon. Force each hero... Oh, this. I also increase stress by 1. You're correct. Thank you for
There we go.
pinging that out. Because I had 1 or less movement, so I increased stress by 1. So now we do the Overgrown Dungeon, which is force each hero not on a space with a trap to move 1 space closer to or onto the closest open space with a trap. In this case, you don't move. I move one space closer, which is up to here. Josh does, in fact, move here, taking the 1 point of damage, but it does block Kristina from having to take a point of damage. So that's good.
Wow.
I know.
Good save.
All right. So
Professional unicorn.
So
I
Overgrown
learned
Dungeon.
from my guardian friends.
Oh, there you go. All right,
Okay,
we're
my
on
turn.
to John's turn.
Cool. So I'm here. Nearest bad guy is here. Okay, so I did upgrade the range of my weak spot, but it is not far enough to hit that guy, so I'm gonna have to move. What's the best way to handle this? I do have 4 movement, so I could just scurry on over there. 1, 2. I don't want to take this because I remember a teammate said they want this. That'd be rude.
At this
of me.
point, I think it's fine if you take it.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go take it. 1, 2, 3. Don't have to talk me into it. I wanted it. All right, cool. I'll take that. This heals me up a bit. Okay, that brings my movement points down to only 1 remaining. Okay, so I'm next to this thing. Let's go ahead and hit it with the old.
Weeks.
Let's do. I think I'm gonna weak spot it
Do it.
first because this is up to 3 spaces away. So 1 space away is technically up to 3 spaces away. So I will try to roll for weak spot. It is an 8+, but if I get a 12, it'll deal 2 damage instead of 1. So here we go. Here we go. Come on, 12. The odds are not in my.
Oh
That's
boy,
a 5.
that didn't work.
That is a 5. Not very good. I would need an 8. So if I really want to make this work, I could juice up the stress and take 1 damage to do so and bring it back down. I don't think I want to do that. I think that I'm okay with just letting this ability fail.
Okay.
So that's my first action. Second action will be to use Shield Bash. Shield Bash will move this enemy, and that might be able to trigger
Rain.
Rain's power as well. So
Nice.
let's see if I can get this. I just need an 8.
Ah.
Come on, Shield Bash, 8. Come on, 8.
I
8,
love the color
8.
palette
8.
for rain.
That's a 5. That's a 5.
That's
That's
a
not 8 at
5.
all. And you're not near me
Well-
with Inner Fire, so you can't help. Do I take the? I think that this is worth it because this will do 1 damage to this guy, and since it'll
Possibly 1 more.
Yeah, I think it's
possibly 1
worth
more,
it.
exactly.
So you increased
So I
by
will.
3.
Yes, I'm gonna increase the stress. 1, 2, 3.
I got your
That
health
deals
for
1
you.
damage to me. Thank you very much. But that does mean my ability hits my target,
Nice.
and he slides to there. Okay,
All right,
Josh. Let's see if
Josh,
your
here you
movement
go.
thing
Hopefully you can
can do stuff.
help back us up with Naze Slayer.
Let's go.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, perfect.
Nay Slade. Okay. I'm gonna so I get to teleport anywhere. I'm gonna teleport to here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to increase stress by 1 to do a damage to them.
Nice.
Sweet.
Ooh, he's almost Evil Weevil's
Very good.
almost slain.
Now I'm realizing that when I landed my shield bash, that not only did a little move foe thing, but it also triggered the first damage I dealt on this turn, which means Magnus would be able to potentially
Oh, yeah.
juice up
Magnus,
that damage a bit more.
give
So
us a
let's see if we can
mana
get
boost.
Yeah, give us a 10 if you don't
Mana
mind.
boost.
You and your
Boost,
high
boost.
end rolls hit us again. It's crazy.
Jesse,
10,
you don't.
5.
You jinxed us.
You can't comment on it.
My bad.
Okay,
I
so
will
you
just
guys
for
Ignore the high rolls.
It was worth trying, but
It
it's
was.
not happening. Okay, so that is the end of my actions. I've used both of them, and I've used my movement points as well, so I'm going to stop right. I'm just going to be right here. Checking on this. Do I have enough movement points to avoid that? I do not. I only have 1 movement point, so I do have to increase stress, unfortunately. There we go. And then we find the nearest Evil Weevil here, which is 2 away, of course. This dude has a targeting range of 3. So, unfortunately, all 3 of us are within range of that already. Which one does it target? It targets the farthest.
yeah.
Since we are all equidistant, we can choose which of us becomes the target.
Let's
of
not
that. So-
do Josh because Josh only has 1 health left, so
Okay,
that
that's-
should
that's
not
good. We don't
be.
wanna do Josh. Let's have it attack 2 HP here, 2 HP on me.
You have Kristina has the higher or the lower block, so
Hey.
Let's go with Kristina, and then if Kristina fails, I think I could still. Wait, no, Josh is nearest to me. She's not nearest to me. Oh crap! So I can't use Unified Defense. Okay, well let's have Kristina try and block anyway, if that's cool with you. You cool with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just don't roll another 5. We've seen that. You know, we don't need to see it again.
Hey.
Yay!
Oh boy.
See, if you just like threaten it a little bit.
So this is one of those where I think you should increase stress. So you're going to take the 1 damage either way. If you increase stress by 1, you'll take the stress damage, but you'll block the evil weevil damage, and it resets our stress bar for us.
True.
Is inner fire applicable here? Because it would be.
No, it is
Oh, it has to
only
be on my
ally, and it's
It has to be on my
allies too.
Well, on their
it's-
turn.
Oh, you
you,
or an
but it's on
adjacent. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
but
not
it's
your
also
turn.
Right now
my
it's
turn. Okay.
Correct.
Monster's turn.
Correct.
So you're saying increase stress, take a damage, and then.
Yes. Because you'll take the damage
Increase
either
the
way.
weevil.
This just at least gives us a better stress bar to work with.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. You did take damage. Are you near enough for me to do a thing about that? 1, 2, 3.
I am.
I am. So you took damage, and that means I can try this.
Do
Rolling
it.
an 8+. Try and get a lick of damage on this enemy. Here we go. 8 or more. 8 or more. 8 or more.
Ooh.
That's a 7. I'll juice that up a little.
Yeah, do it.
There.
Got the
Okay,
damage
that's
for you.
enough damage. Very good. Cool. And carry on with your
Heal
turn.
1.
Huh?
Heal 1. Heal 1? How did you...
Oh,
I don't know. Sorry.
no.
Oh, okay. Okay,
No,
cool.
no,
So,
no.
anyway, back to this. We then do the red text here. The closest enemy must increase stress by 2. Technically, we are all 3 the closest enemies, so we can choose which one of us does that. Right now, it's not going to hurt anybody anyway, so let's just say it's me. Who cares? We move that up, and this is resolved. Next player is Josh.
Nice. I am going to use this fancy new grappling hook.
Grappling hook, do it.
Need a 6.
Ooh,
That is
nice.
more.
Goodness.
Very good.
Perfect.
Success. So I'll move a foe up to 2 spaces away from me to an open space up to 2 spaces away from me. Let's go. I can click all of these things. There we go.
Nice.
I'll move them there. That'll be my first action point. Because this is an action.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. 1 HP.
Now.
And then because I end its movement, I'll try Nayslayer.
Ooh, yeah, there we go. Ooh,
Heyo.
there you
Success.
go. Well,
Success. So I get to teleport away. Or something. I'm actually gonna. It's gonna sound weird. I'm gonna teleport here though.
Is weird. Why?
Why?
I'm curious.
Because I think Kristina will be able to slay that foe.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to teleport directly onto like a health pickup or something. Just like,
oh, you
that's a
could. Yeah, go down
True.
here.
Point. No, that's smart. That's smart.
Okay, hear me out. If you do this, you get that, then you can increase stress by 1, taking a damage, not dying, and then the foe dies, is slain.
Sweet.
True. Oh, but no, now I'm too far to heal Kristina though. If I'm way down here,
Oh.
No.
I'll use all
Well,
my
we
movement
haven't-
to run. I'll use all my movement to run up there.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, it does make sense then to do this
Yes.
and take the damage to slay this foe.
Get your item. Nice.
Item, a sage scroll. You already have
nice.
2 items. Kristina, would you like a sage scroll?
This allows you to redo one of
Sure.
your items, or one of your abilities.
If you don't
Yeah.
want it, I'll take
I
it.
think that actually could help.
Cool.
Nice.
I'll
Very
take the
nice.
scroll.
Okay. So that's my first action. I have all my movement left, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Keep. Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I know,
It's,
it'll
it's
increase
yeah. I forgot we'd reset it, and I was worried you were going to take the 1 point of stress damage, but you'd done that last time, so we're good.
Yeah.
Heal
And
Kristina.
then I can heal you for 1, or I can eat this grappling hook to heal you for 3.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's see if I get to heal.
Yeah. So you need a 7
cook
plus.
the
Hey, nice.
the
Okay, I
hook.
got a 7+ because this is mastered. Okay.
Were you
so
shouting
is it
"cook the
1?
hook"?
I absolutely deep fry that thing. Let's go.
1
Oh,
or
man.
3.
I think you do it.
I like the
I'd vote for
grappling
it.
hook with my Nayslayer.
Okay,
though.
well then,
yeah, I
okay,
think so
no,
as
no,
well.
It's
hold
your
on, hold
item.
on.
Don't do it out of peer pressure. It's your
Don't-
call.
yes.
If you want to keep it, keep it. It's
The
okay.
reason I
No,
say
I
this,
think it makes sense.
we haven't used
Okay.
a potion yet, though. So we still have
True.
3 potions. So that is, like, yes, we are close to death's door on a couple of us here. But up to you.
I don't know. Kristina, do you want 1 or 3 health?
I mean, it's a difference of what I want and what's best for the party.
Kristina wants
No,
3
it's what
health.
you
Let's
want.
cook the
I'm
hook.
asking you what you
Cook
want.
the hook.
Cook the hook.
the hook.
Cook the hook. Okay. Heal up.
3 HP for you.
Wow.
So that
You're
way
back.
let me
Health achieved.
do 1 and then just get rid of an item to increase it by 2. So that makes
Nice.
it 3.
Well done.
That was my second action. I did use all of my movement. And so I will increase stress by 1 because I have 1 or fewer movement points, but that was part of the plan.
Yep.
And next up will be the Flavivore. I'm joining Jesse on the Flavivore train.
Good.
Just kidding. They're all slaves.
No.
So this is gonna come. This is gonna come out, and the floor crawler instead.
The carpet monster, as John called him.
That's right. 2 of them
And
left.
carpet monsters. We have this guy. This little one here. He has a range of 4. Okay. So it is going to move 1, 2,
Oh, I'm already in range, aren't I?
3. Oh, sorry. It's a range of
1,
1 and
2,
movement
3,
of 4.
4.
That's my bad.
Right.
He has a movement of 4, range of 1.
Oh, got it. Carry on. My mistake. Cool.
It can come after any of us. I think Christine is probably the best now since she has the most health. 2, 3.
You healed me to be your sacrificial lamb.
yeah, exactly. But this also lets me try and trigger Dayslayer.
Yeah. Ooh, close.
7,
Yeah, I think you do it.
8. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna do it because I think then you'll be able to kill it, Christina, on your turn. So I'm gonna do the increase to 8.
Cool.
Which I don't know if I did already or not. Oops.
Hmm.
I think I had already done it. So I go 1.
If you're dealing damage, I can boost to possibly bump it.
Teleport. I think that's only on my turn, and technically this is on the monster's turn.
That's valid. No, you're right.
Mhm.
You're right.
Yeah.
They do not. Minions do not take trap damage.
And then I'll increase stress by 1 to finish out my Nayslayer ability and deal
Nice.
damage to this monster.
Perfect.
And then it will continue its attack, unfortunately. So it's going to target,
That was the
Your
first time you
close
dealt damage to the
items.
to the monster, right?
but not on my turn.
Yeah, not
oh,
on.
got it.
Yeah,
You're right. Carry on. You're right.
So, Christina, it is attacking you. You would like to attempt a core block.
If you fail, I might
Yes.
be able to bail you out. So, less pressure.
So less pressure.
I want to say no pressure, but it's absolutely it's not no pressure.
Oh,
Hey, that's great. You
hey,
don't even
okay,
need me. All right.
perfect.
Christina said they don't need your help.
Yeah, totally. All right.
Okay, so
Well-
we skip the rest of the attack next, and we go to the veteran skill, which is perform the attack a second time. So it is doing it again.
Oh, good luck.
If you
it's
fail this
attacking
time, I
you
can help.
again.
Nope. You didn't roll for gratitude, so he's not helping you if you fail this time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So if you'd like to core block again, Christina.
Shows how it's done.
You did a 12 once. You can do it again. No big deal.
That looks like a 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't get what you need, but you are technically the closest. Wait, where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
Oh.
1, 2,
I'm right there.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
can roll for you here with Unified Defense. Once per turn,
Do
when
it.
the closest ally would fail a core block, they succeed instead. Here we go.
Come on.
Just need a 9.
Well,
That is a
Just
5.
a 9.
all
It's
right.
not
Well,
a nine.
that didn't
I
work.
failed. I apologize.
Thanks
Okay,
a lot.
take
so
one
then, Christina, yes, you'll take 1 damage, and that will be the end of the floor crawler's turn.
Womp womp.
We get here.
There's all
we shuffle them
there's
up.
no roll for gratitude.
Yeah.
What a shame. Oh man, and some of you. God.
Oh,
And
I was
it will
gonna say
be your
people are
turn,
gonna see the
Christina.
stream and be like, "What is this gratitude stat?"
We're just trying to keep each other's spirits up. There is no gratitude stat. Don't get confused. Unless you want to roll for gratitude, which doesn't
you
get
don't
you
have to be
anything in
grateful at all.
game other than maybe the RNG gods help you out a little bit more. It's hard to say.
Yeah, anybody who plays RPGs with me knows that I will, if I'm like GMing a session, I will absolutely require them to roll for the most absurd things. You can make up stats. It's all make believe. It's all a game in RPGs.
All
That
a
makes me feel a
game.
little bit better about you taking damage from that stuff, because that sounds like you're kind of a menace.
Yeah.
That's right, I said it. All right, let's carry on.
Okay, Kristina, it is your go.
John has turned this not into a cooperative game, and instead it's now let's just see if we can get Kristina's character killed off.
For the record, the failure of my unified defense was not out of malevolence. It was out of my own
Incompetence?
just what's the word for being bad at stuff? Yeah,
Incompetence?
there you go. Yeah, it's absolutely an incompetence thing. Yeah.
Roll for
It's purely a
incompetence?
skill issue.
Oh,
All right,
man.
so-
Okay, sorry.
okay, what
We're
are we up
getting
to?
derailed.
Awesome. So I need to move this back up. I am going to move one. Yeah, I'm gonna move one
Hear
for
me
right now.
out. Never mind.
Yes.
Don't hear me out. I take it back.
I'm listening.
No,
What are you thinking?
too late. I was going to say maybe we don't kill this monster in hopes that because then nobody would be hurt by the dungeon, but forget it.
Yeah.
I
We're
wanna
also gonna have
level
to
up.
shuffle that up.
Yeah.
So.
So, all right, never mind. Carry on.
Yeah.
I went to see you plasma bolt somebody again.
But I also could soul transfusion them.
Okay, well, I mean that sounds just as cool as as plasma blast or bolt. So I say you go with
Yeah,
this.
I mean this one since I mastered it, I only have to roll a 6+ to deal the initial one damage.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
I could take the extra damage for that, but I also, since I have 2 action points, I might just do this twice.
That's fair.
You would have to burn this, but
Yeah.
yes.
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
Which-
Still
but I
might be
also
worth
have plasma. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. You got this. You got this.
We're gonna start by using soul transfusion on the little
Come on. On the carpet
crawler.
monster,
carpet monster.
floor crawler. Hey, look at
Got
that.
it. He's
Hear
taking
me
one
out. You
damage.
can increase your or you can take 1 damage and oh no, you have another attack. So I take it back. Yeah, probably not worth the damage.
Yeah, I do.
I'll take that HP off for you, though.
Cool.
The first one.
Cool.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Would it be wise? What is up?
Oh, nothing. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I got excited about Magnus's damage, not realizing it was actually Magnus that did it, so Magnus can't boost Magnus's damage because Magnus is not an ally of Magnus. Magnus is Magnus, so my mistake. Carry on.
Magnus talk in third person. Would it be wise, since you guys
man.
have more experience playing this game, would it be wise to hold on to the Sage Scroll until we're in like dungeon boss time, or is it
I
smart
would.
just?
It's
I
up to
think
you
it
though.
makes sense to keep it.
Yeah.
Because you could
I'm
probably get
gonna-
this guy with the core strike.
Yeah.
If one of your abilities did like a crazy amount, like 5 damage or something, I'd say yeah, hang on to it for the boss. But right now we're not there, you know.
Yeah, I think
just-
save it to trigger this one twice, and you could deal 4 damage to the boss by triggering this one a second time.
That is so big brain of you, so
Mhm.
wrinkly. I'm gonna just instead plasma bolt.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna plasma bolt. It's the same
Yeah.
requirement of
Yeah.
9+, so it just looks cooler.
Here we
It does.
go.
Hey. So you do have to increase stress by 1, which is sad because you'll take damage, but it might be worth it.
So you can either
I think
increase stress by 1 to do it, or decide, oh, I fail this, and try Interfire.
Yes.
But if you do Interfire, you'll have to get a 7+ to do a reroll to get a 9+.
Yeah.
Wait,
So there is more risk, but
Is Interfire usable? I thought that was ally only.
No, once.
it's
you
you
order.
or an ally.
and
Yeah.
increase it.
Oh, sweet, you're right. Oh, that's a great plan.
Mhm,
Let's do
mhm.
that.
I'm gonna try that, and
Okay.
then yeah,
Just
Alright.
remember, if you try this, you can't then decide you would wish to increase this by 1. By trying to roll for
Oh.
this, it is essentially,
Hiding you.
yeah, it's barring you from going back to increase by 1, which is totally fine. It's,
I might just do the failsafe way and just increase stress by 1, take the 1 damage, and just
Yeah.
get a guaranteed
Yeah.
kill. I think that makes more sense right now.
makes sense to me.
Sure.
Cool. So we're gonna increase stress by 1. I just took 1 damage. It drops down.
Nice.
That
That
makes
means you
this
succeed
a
on
9.
plasma bolt.
Succeeds, which means that the floor crawler is no more.
Hey, we level
Or at
up.
least this one is. There's still one more lurking.
Oh.
And underneath it
And-
was the dungeon tome.
We got the dungeon tome at the start of the dungeon's turning. Decrease the stress by 2. Should I keep this? Because
Yeah, you
we could always
could.
give it to Josh as
Yeah.
to turn it into healing if we need to. But if you want it, I mean, it is
Ooh,
you
that's
earned
also
it,
a
so
good
your call.
point too.
yeah, I mean, whoever I give it to, we can probably use this immediately.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
true.
Josh, would you be comfortable
guess
holding on to this?
If
Yeah,
you
I'll take
hung
it.
on to this,
I usually, because I'm gonna try and get more items with item box anyway, so like I'll be able to either use it or burn
Well,
it for
then here,
heals.
Kristina.
well, the other thing is,
It's
look,
options.
this is about to happen. So if you hang on to it and keep it, it'll immediately resolve, and we'll get that stress back, right?
Yeah, but it'll resolve for any.
Yeah, it would resolve
triggered
anywhere.
ability.
Yeah, it's a trigger.
Oh, you're right. You're right. For some reason, I thought
Okay,
it,
well,
yeah.
maybe here then for Josh to have something to eat if we need it.
Yeah, just eat the book.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah.
Cook the book. Cook the
Look.
book.
The book. Oh,
Look,
sweet, I love it.
look. Okay, awesome. So that is the end of my turn.
Oh man.
Okay.
Which means
So at
the
the
start.
Fifth kill.
so after that you slayed that monster, we would level up. So we
Let's
can go
do it.
right to that now.
All right, leveling up again for those who watch. Select one of each of your school abilities from your school decks. You will select one if you'd like to replace one of your pre-existing, and then you get to master something. Something to note is if you select to replace something that has been mastered, you do not get that mastery back. So just keep that in mind.
Ooh. Am I question above the table? Am I allowed to discuss what I drew to get input from
Yeah.
the?
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
Cooperative.
I have 2 that I think could be really beneficial.
Okay.
I could replace one of my School of Sorceries probably, because Inner Fire has been helpful, but I do think rewarding light could be helpful just to guarantee a succeed.
Oh, yeah, on a
Energy
core
Storm is
block.
also, like, since Energy Storm, since we're gonna be fighting the dungeon boss,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is useful right now, but how are we feeling about rewarding light?
I like rewarding light.
It sounds good. The only thing you want to know about that is that I did just upgrade my unified defense, and so they might have some sort of overlap, these two, because mine also does like a, you know, an ally failed a core block, and if you succeed, then they succeed thing. But
However,
I don't know that it's a bad thing to have. a
it
little-
gives us more opportunity because yours is just when the closest. This is an adjacent, so we could be hitting multiple people during block rolls. So this might be, I personally would take this over Plasma Bolt, and the reason being is because you'll likely be standing relatively close. Core Strike does as much damage as Plasma Bolt does, so you will have that
Yeah.
backup extra damage. But it's up to you. I mean, I think
No,
you're on
I
the right
agree with
track.
that. That's exactly kind of what I was thinking. I was like, out of the 2 from my sorcery school, I think I want to definitely keep Soul Transfusion, especially because Plasma Bolt is limiting by the straight line. I think it was nice to have early on, but I think right now we need flexibility because we're spread out. So I'm
Agreed.
gonna
Excellent.
drop him, take in rewarding light. We can put Energy Storm over there too.
Nice.
And then I'm going to.
Here you go. Don't forget
Thank
to
you so
master
much.
something. All right, so then while Kristina is picking what she's going to master, I'm going to walk through the power token here. So upon level 3, you get access to this token here, which allows you, when it is the non-spint side up, which is having the white logo facing upwards, you're able to perform one of your abilities rolling 3 dice once per turn. And it can be held for blocks. So as long as you have this available, you can use 3 dice essentially for 1 roll. What happens is, say I use it on my turn, I flip it over, and it resets at the beginning of my next turn. If I happen to hold on to it and then roll for a block, further down the line, I get to reset it at the beginning of my turn as well. So I have access. Each of us have access to that. So we've all leveled up. We've gained our... Oh, let me get my last mastery token here. We've all mastered our second ability. We've either selected another ability or kept the ones that we have, and then we're increasing our level and our action points accordingly. So I'll adjust these when my turn starts again. All right.
So once everyone's leveled up at the end of your turn, are you done moving? Do you want to move at all? Kristina would be the next choice you have to make. Because at the end of your turn, the boss is going to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
I think because the boss is going to spawn at the dungeon entrance, I might take a quick little step back.
Sounds good.
Just
That's fair. That's fair.
So
or
the
should I
dungeon boss.
stay there? I mean, I did master inner fire, so I will be able to help with blocking as well there.
Very good.
Just
Nice.
thinking about Josh being right there. No, I
Okay.
think that
So then the
environment.
overgrown. Well, then the boss will appear. So we're gonna kind of interrupt before the monster's turn.
Mm-hmm.
The boss appears at the dungeon entrance. We'll give them their full HP up here, 37 HP, using the 3 sides and 1 side.
Nice.
And then we're gonna actually reshuffle this deck so that the boss stuff is on the top. Oops.
Mhm.
And then when the boss comes in, every creature that is still in the dungeon
Yes,
will
that's
actually exit the dungeon. So this little carpet guy goes over there.
Floor crawler.
Why are those mushrooms
No.
running?
Floor crawler, my mistake, yes.
No. Yeah. Why are they running?
Why
So
are you
now,
running?
that the
Why
boss
are
is
you
here,
running? Yeah.
you can continue and resolve the monster dungeon turn, and it's gonna actually be Bloom Brew here.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Awesome. So Bloomroot appears. The dungeon tome has been rendered useless for the start of this, at least. So his first one is within range of 1, which there is somebody within range of 1. So sorry, Josh. It deals 2
It's all
damage.
good. Okay, so I'm going to attempt a core block.
Josh's core block is a 10 plus.
10 plus. That's a 9. I'm gonna go ahead and use stress to make it a 10.
Ooh,
Very
nice.
nice. Cool.
Okay, so I block that, and then if you want to continue the boss's turn.
Yep. And then the secondary thing they do is dealing 1 damage to the closest hero.
Oh dear.
Which is me. So I'll take a
Yes.
damage. I cannot do anything about that because that's not an attack. So I take a damage. That is my last HP, and I use one of our extra life potion tokens,
Okay,
which
cracking the first one.
immediately heals me back to full HP.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice.
And we are.
Yeah, so when a player's health hits 0, they consume one of the extra life potions. In this case, it was Josh's character, Rain. That means that we are down one of our tokens. If we ever are down, if a player ever hits 0 HP and we do not have an extra life potion to have them stand back up, the party immediately loses. So these are going to become a hot commodity as we're fighting the dungeon boss.
Oops.
Cool. So then
Nice.
this is resolved.
Yeah, this is resolved. Boom, done. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Is it
That is
I believe it's your turn, Jesse.
my go? Oh, perfect. Perfect. All right. We're going to bring the pain. 1, 2, 3. I'm running up to the dungeon boss because I want to be right next to him.
Oh, I'm a coward.
That's okay, I am too.
All right. So I am going to. I guess I'm going to do Lightning Sheath. Not like Sixth Sense, not Lightning Sheath. That is not my attack this time. Perfect. Okay, so that hits. So now I get to do 3 core abilities. So this first one is going to be a Core Strike. That does not hit, even with a +1.
I don't suppose there's an inner fire option of, or no.
Well, that's a 5. Here, this is going to seem weird. I am going to increase by 3.
wait.
1,
Yeah.
2. What?
Well, we could inner fire it if you want.
Sure. Kristina,
Okay,
would you
Kristina,
care to
sit
inner
for the
fire this for me to see if I get a chance to reroll this?
Yes, I would love to do that
Thank
for
you.
you.
All
And we
you
just
is a
need to
measly 7. You could do a 7. Anybody could do a 7. Come on.
7 points. Sorry, I was responding
on.
to questions.
No,
Roll
you're good.
7s in your sleep.
Yes.
See?
Okay,
Boom.
perfect.
Okay.
So I get to perform the ability
Easy,
again.
light work.
Very good.
Nice. Okay,
Here's
so
a
that one does
success.
hit. So we'll go 1.
And that was the first damage dealt by you.
Yes,
so
which
it's now
means
Magnus's turn to chip in
Magnus,
again.
here, roll a 10.
Boost that
You've
damage.
got this.
Boost it. Boost.
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 You, Kristina, you gotta roll it. It's you.
I'm so sorry.
That's why we're waiting. We're all like, who's gonna roll
Hey,
the dice?
nice. Perfect.
No, so I had the stream window pulled up, but there's a lag between Tabletop Simulator, so I was like, oh.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. So
Cool, success.
nice, thank you. So I took the damage off. Now I'm going to actually I need to track my actions this turn. So that was action 1 was Sixth Sense. So all of these I have one more core ability. Ooh, this one I am going to increase stress by 1 because I get a +1 from the ring. So I'll increase stress by 1. That's another damage. So and
That's actually your second core strike, so you could do one more.
Oh, it was.
since
You're
you haven't
correct.
mastered.
I forgot that I re-rolled a second time for. Oh, that one did not hit. Okay, hear me out though. I'm gonna take the damage because I'll get that damage back. So it's a 5, and I need a 3 added to that. So 1, 2, 3. So I do take a damage, but since I will have done 3 damage this turn, that makes sense to me. So I do remove another point of damage. So that was all 3 of my core abilities. Now I'm going to chain attack, which is deal 1 damage to an adjacent foe, increase that damage dealt by 1 for each core strike you performed this turn. But actually before I do that, I'm going to core strike again just as a basic ability, like it just my second action. I will increase stress by 1 again to deal another damage. I will flip this over and add 1 back. So now I've done 4 core strikes. So now if I get this off, I get to deal 5 damage to the boss. And I'm going to triple dice roll for this. I was saving that.
And for those without context,
Boom.
5 damage in one go is quite good in this game.
Yes.
So.
Boom. So 5 more damage. So I'll take one of these and remove both of those. This is gone.
Nice.
That's all of my actions. That is my triple dice. That is my movement burned. But now
Just gonna give us some more ones to play with here.
right. All right. So it's the end of my turn. So I've dealt 3 or more damage. So I'm gonna heal myself 1. Now I will do the environment, which I have less than 1 movement. So I have to increase stress by 1. And now I do the Overgrown Dungeon, but we're going to give Josh the opportunity to stop this from happening. Here you go.
It won't stop it from happening, but it
Oh,
will get
decrease
some
stress,
back.
which will help.
So,
True.
start of the dungeon turn. I will attempt to trigger the dungeon tome.
Ooh.
6. I need a 7. Is it worth the damage?
Hard to say.
No, I would say not,
Probably
probably.
not,
Because
yeah.
we're going to take some... Oh, I guess nobody's going to take... Well, one person is going to take damage here. It'll be Magnus. Okay, I think that's okay, though. I don't think it's worth the 1 damage for it.
Very good.
Oh, wait. Just because I know what's going to happen, yes, I am going to increase stress
Okay.
by 1 to take the damage.
To decrease by 2, then?
Increase by 2.
Okay. Perfect. Okay,
Here's my-
good call. All right, so that was...
I read the dungeon book. I know what will happen soon.
That's fair. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the minion or dungeon's turn between my turn. So I will go on to the Overgrown Dungeon, which says, Binding Bramble, force each hero not on a space with a trap to move 1 space closer or onto the closest space with a trap. So that I'll move here, so that way, well, I guess you'd move over here.
I would
Yeah.
like to, if we can keep this, or wait, I want to go here.
I don't,
Yeah, this should be cool. This should be cool.
and
because
then you
I
go
have the-
here.
Perfect.
Boom.
we go.
Okay, perfect.
All done.
All right, so that 1 damage from Magnus, but that also each hero on a space with a trap must increase stress by 1. So that was Kristina increasing stress by 1, which is a good call because then Kristina would have perished. So I
Yeah,
get why you
that
did
was
that,
my
Josh.
thought.
Good call. Good
Thank
call.
you so much.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I need to roll for gratitude for Josh. I am so
Oh
thankful.
boy,
And
that
you're-
doesn't look
Oh,
like a.
totally.
You
4
should have.
is one of my favorite numbers.
Oh,
so-
perfect.
Felt
Okay.
a lot more. Oh, okay. All right.
All right, boom. Done.
Yeah.
That is my turn. I'm going to go grab, just top off my water real quick, so I will be right back while
Sure.
You're going there, John. I will give
Okay.
the view of the whole play area, so I'll be right back.
Cool. All right. So, starting my turn, I am here, and our main enemy is here. Luckily, I do have a ranged attack, so I will be using Weak Spot. It says deal 1 damage up to a deal 1 damage to a foe up to 3 spaces away. If I succeed with a 12 or more, then I deal 2 damage instead. Not likely to happen, but I can use this for a triple roll instead of a double roll, and that will make a 12 more likely to happen. So that's what I'm going to do. Rolling 3 dice. Come on, 12. Come on, 12. Come on, just a 12. Anybody can do 12. 12. 12. 12. That's way more than 12.
Right.
Excellent. All right, so that's 2 damage for the enemy. We take 2 off of, well, we'll just turn one of these 3s into a 1. There we go. 2 damage applied. That was my first ability. Second ability will be, let's see here. The stress is taken care of, so rolling down stress probably wouldn't be that helpful for the team at the moment. I could shield bash, but I gotta get up next to the guy, and I have 4 movement. I could easily do that. I could just move 1, 2 to there. That's not bad. That's what we'll do. Okay, we're gonna do 2 movement. 1, 2. That brings my movement points down from 4 to 2.
Nice.
And I am going to roll for a shield bash. I need an 8. Here we go. That is a 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? If I do this, Josh, it will move the guy. So then you have a chance to jump on that.
Try Night Slayer, yeah.
Let's give it a go. I'll go ahead and juice it up a bit. So I rolled a 5. I need an 8. We go.
The
1.
inner fire.
Oh,
Would inner fire be usable here?
I believe it would be.
Because it's an ability. It's a hero ability. Or
Yeah,
a school
it's
ability.
a-
It
Oh, yeah.
absolutely is. Let's go ahead and
Full
do that. That's a
ability
better plan.
on their turn.
School ability, you just need a 7+.
That is a much better plan than mine. Well, maybe
That-
not that much better. Okay. All right. Well, it was worth it. It was worth a try.
Do the
Okay,
stress.
so-
Yes, stress
Do the
it.
stress. We have
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Christina's stressing it up then? Is that right? Very good.
6,
Yeah.
7. Sound good?
Yeah, I
Cool,
think
cool.
you do it.
So
Nice.
then this
7.
works.
Oh,
Try
yeah,
again.
boy.
Okay, try again. Here we go.
You're gonna roll even lower now.
I might.
Oh.
Okay, that's a 7. I need an 8. I will juice it up by 1. I feel like that is
Perfect.
okay.
I think you do
Okay,
it.
cool. So that succeeds. The shield bash knocks this boss over. We'll say this direction, and deals 1 damage. There it is. Okay. Let's see. So the
Oh,
movement of
And
that.
then you moved them.
Yes,
it's
I
me
moved the
trying.
enemy, so Rain here can pounce on that opportunity.
Okay.
Just
Yes,
need
I
8.
will go for 8. That's a 4.
4. All right,
Not
maybe
too
not
late.
this time.
Man.
All right, that happens. That happens.
It's fine.
all
It's
good.
fine. Everything else.
It's all good. Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Did we have Magnus try and up my damage on this turn yet? I don't think so.
No, not yet. No.
Could you roll me a 10?
I could try.
Could be cool.
Would be. Oh my gosh.
Ah! Okay, well, that's all right. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so my shield bash worked, but my teammates didn't. All right, moving on to spending my final action point here. I'm right next to that, and this is really up here. Maybe I should just bring that down for my teammates. They would like that. That's a nice thing to do. Let's do that. Rolling for a core cheer. I just need a 4. It's gonna take effort to mess this one up. Here we go. 4. All right. That reduces stress by 1, 2. Makes it a little easier for the next player in rotation to deal with. Okay, that is the end of my turn. I'm ending my turn with extra movement points at the ready, so the thorny path does not hit me. I do not have to increase stress. We then look over
Nice.
here and see what the Bloom Brute is doing. Range of 2. Oh boy, 3 out of 4 of us are within range. What is the targeting
The range
thing?
of 3.
Range of
Wait,
3.
why am I seeing?
I see
Oh.
a range of 2. That's
I think it's
weird.
doing a weird TTS
see 2 now?
thing.
It says
Yeah, I
range
see
of
two now.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you.
Okay, very good, very good.
It's like showing
Uh,
me a different attack, actually.
That's very strange. Okay, so range of 2. That means all 3 of these, and we have to choose one of these because it is attacking any target, not each. So which one of these 3 has the most HP? I
Go
have
for-
2.
If you go for me, I can use my power roll for it.
true. But if we go for Jesse and he succeeds,
Yes.
he could
That's
do
true.
a damage back.
I could, and
That's
I want to try. So
Let's do that.
Okay. Jesse is targeted. Go ahead and roll for a block. You are looking for a 10.
It's okay. I got
a
a
9.
10 because I
Oh,
increased
with
my
this,
roll
it's
by
10.
1.
Beautiful. Okay,
So
so
when
then
I
you get to do this too.
succeed on a core block, I get to deal 1 damage. Boom, done.
Well, you have to roll the 6.
Oh yes, thank you. I was too caught up. Okay, 6 now, please. Okay, good.
There it is. Very good.
That's
Very
gonna
good.
be really sad.
Cool, cool. All right, damage applied, ability blocked. Well done. And then we move on to the red text. Deal 1 damage to the hero closest to the target. This one cannot be avoided, but it can't do Jesse because he's not the closest. So one of these two.
Well,
I have
Jesse was the target, and you're the closest to the target.
to the target. Righto. That means it's me. There's no decision to be made here. Okay, damage to me. There it is. Applied. This is done. Next player is good to go. Have a bunch of dice.
My go. Let's see here.
Right.
I'm gonna start with. They're right next to me. Cool. Magic box. I need a 6+.
Ooh, come on, you can do it.
Yeah, thank you for setting my
Oh,
tokens.
yeah.
5. I'll make it a 6.
Nice.
Draw an item and place it in my inventory.
Slime shield. One of my favorite items.
It
Once-
does have a cute slime.
Yeah. Once per turn, when you take damage from a foe 2 or more spaces away, increase stress by 1 to reduce damage to 0. So, boom.
Cool.
Done.
Then
So what else? That was your first ability.
That was my first action. My second action is going to be hidden rations. We need a 7 for that. Do I want to use my triple roll just to make sure? Actually, no. I'm gonna move 1 space.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do hidden rations. And I am going to triple dice. So I am going to power roll to roll 3
Do
dice.
it. Power roll.
Just need a 7+.
Wow.
Oh, how's 18?
Heck yeah.
Very nice.
The one time I don't really need that high of a roll.
That's right.
But that will let me hidden rations. I'm going to turn that slime shield into a nice little snack to heal Kristina 3 HP.
Wow.
that's nice,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Ugh, the shield slime, though, man.
I know, right? I would have hung on to that till the end, but it's not my call.
That's right, it's mine. And I
That's right, it's not, so keep your mouth shut. All right. What else you got?
And then I will. You should move back and attack him.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
What's the range on Glittering Point? Up to 2 spaces away?
Oh, it is up to 2 spaces away, actually.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
you
can
don't have
do
to
it.
move forward.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I'll stay
That gives
here
me space
and do
for-
glittering point.
It gives me space for some melee combat.
Get ready to enter fire this if it fails.
7.
Oh,
yeah,
unless you want to
it
just
fails.
use it
I
up a
can do
little.
an 8. I think it's maybe worth the inner fire. Attempt.
Yeah. Here you
Cool.
go.
Yeah.
And Christina, hear me out. You can cheese the system a little bit. Roll for your triple dice here because it will reset at the beginning of your turn. So your turn's next.
Genius.
We're
Boom.
gonna.
You needed all of that triple dice
Wow.
too.
Nice.
Oh,
So let's attempt glittering point second.
8. 2 plus 1 is 5.
3.
3. 5. What am I thinking?
Not an 8.
Not
So
an
we are not going to be doing glittering point.
That's a shame.
And I'm happy with where I am standing. So we will check Thorny Path. I have 2 movement points, so I'm safe from the Thorny Path. And then Bloom Brew.
Uh-oh.
Let me just. Are you seeing the same one, Spore Bomb?
I see Spore Bomb with the 3
I also
range. Is that
see
what you see?
Spore Bomb with the
So
3.
range 3, Spore Bomb.
Everybody.
Farthest. So that's going to be farthest is Kristina.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Then you
Kristina,
just-
Bloom Brew is attacking you.
Oh
I can
boy.
hold block that.
4 HP. No big deal.
What do I need to roll?
And
You
it-
need a
you're
10
You're doing a
plus.
core block. You need a 10+.
Oh yeah, so sorry. We're so right.
But rewarding light might help you, and other things might help.
There's a little stress if you need to stress it up.
Oh no, we have it.
Do stress to succeed if you want.
I can, or should I rewarding light it?
Let's see. If you do rewarding light, you'd need to roll again, and you need an 8+. I mean, that's doable.
Or is it worth just increasing the stress by 2?
I say you just.
Either is about valid.
I think you just do. I think you do the stress. I think stress is good.
You think stress is good? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I like stressing out personally.
Well, that's good because this will happen, and that's probably
Good.
gonna hit you.
Good.
Time is right.
Good.
So that's a success. They don't get their spore bomb off, and now they are going to move 2 spaces closer to the target, and each hero must increase stress by 1.
Let me increase stress by 1. Oh, you move the
4, 1, 2, 3, 1, and they have to end there.
Okay. Then I'm gonna increase stress first, so I take the hit of damage.
I'm also just gonna attempt Naysayer real quick, but
Okay.
I did not succeed. So.
All right. So now everyone else can increase stress. You won't take the damage, so I'll protect you
There's
from
an
that.
increase. There's an increase.
1 for me,
And there it
One
is.
for me.
and 1 for.
Perfect.
Cool.
Resolved.
Boom. Done.
That is their turn. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Shuffle.
And back.
Cool.
Nice.
And this thing
Kristina,
is back
your
online.
go.
Hey, there you go.
Awesome. To start, I'm going to move because I need to be adjacent for some things. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, okay.
And I recognize that we'll take a damage later.
That's
but
okay. You
we
have
will
the health for
cross-
it.
Yeah, I think I'm in an okay spot thanks to Rain over here. And then for my action points, I think I'm gonna do Soul Transfusion. And since it's mastered, I just need to roll a 6 or higher.
Nice.
Nice.
And it's 3 dice or 2 dice? 2 dice.
Well, you
2
could turn
dice
it into 3 if
unless
you wanted
want
to.
use this. But
I'm
it's
gonna
one,
use
you only get to use that one time
Yeah.
before your start of your next turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna use just 2 dice. I think I can roll a 6.
I think you
think that
got
makes
this. Here you
sense.
go. Roll your boom, 2 dice. You don't get this one.
No.
This one's in
one's unlucky.
dice jail.
7.
It's 7. Wow.
Very good.
So deal 1 damage. And is it worth
Yes.
taking the
Go
damage?
for it.
It is.
I'll keep feeding you hidden rations.
But
Where are
You're
they
just,
coming
like,
from?
sliding
one
me
knows.
like tater tots.
Yeah, exactly.
they're like
Got a
mushed
zipper
tater
pocket
tots.
full of
Because,
tater tots.
yeah, he's pulling them out of his pocket. It's like Napoleon Dynamite, isn't that? It doesn't Napoleon Dynamite
Exactly.
have?
Yeah.
Tots.
It's-
Dungeon tots. Yeah.
So that deals 2 damage to him, and I'm gonna Sage Scroll.
Did you take that damage off already?
I took the damage off of me, but I have not taken
Okay.
the damage off of him yet.
Okay, Josh,
Okay,
you're in
I'll,
one.
I'll pull that off then.
Thank
Or
you so
I guess
much.
2. We'll just flip a 3 to 1. There you go.
And then we're gonna use the Sage Scroll. It's gonna go to the bottom of the item deck.
I can slide it under there for you. There's hotkeys
there.
for it.
Be able to use Soul Transfusion again.
Nice.
That's 6 or higher.
Oh,
We
We got a
nice.
7 again. Wow. And I'm gonna repeat exactly what I just did, and also take a damage to deal 2 more damage to the
Nice.
I took the damage off for you.
boss.
Very good.
So we're at
And
20
then-
HP. On the box.
So let's see. You soul transfused, and that was 1 action, but then you did the thing that let you soul transfuse again, but that was an item, so that's not an action, so you have 2 actions left.
Got 2 actions left.
What are we gonna do?
This is true.
Stress is pretty high. If you can't think of anything to do, we
Yeah,
can
you
always,
could
like, cheer
core
that down.
cheer, decrease stress by 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna do core cheer to start to see if I can get
Nice.
stress down.
You've got this.
Just need a 5.
Nice.
Success.
I'll adjust stress down by 2 for you.
Would it be worth cheering again, or should I core strike just to try to get a little jab in?
I think core cheer probably, but it's
I'd
a,
be okay with that.
you know.
I've been adding a lot of stress. Let me de-stress the party a little. So we're gonna try core cheer one more time. I'm just really enthusiastic.
Really chill out. Yeah, very good.
Tater tots really
See you,
get
Wonder.
my
Thanks
heart
for
pounding.
stopping by.
Awesome, and that succeeded, so we drop it down by 2 more.
Nice.
Noise.
Nice. All right. Now,
This
this.
is invite time, so Thorny Path I did drop down, so I'm going to or I did use I only have 1 movement point left, so I'm going to take a damage for that, and then
Oh.
it increases
It's stress.
You don't need to take
Just a
damage.
stress.
It's just stress. Yeah.
Or just stress. So sorry. Yes. So we're
Yes.
just stressed a little bit, and that's fine. I think
bit
I
stressed.
for that. And then Bloom Brute Spore Bomb was last turn, or is this shuffled?
It's been shuffled.
That was shuffled, so we're just doing it again.
Awesome. Yeah. Bloom Brute was like, wow, that was wildly successful. I'm gonna try that again. So with a range of 3, he's gonna sneeze like John does and
Yeah.
deal 2 damage to the farthest target. Which in this case is going to be is that Jesse?
Yeah, it's me.
Is
Yeah,
that
Jesse.
Conry? That is Conry. Okay.
Oh boy.
Well,
I might be eating it here, folks. We'll see what
You're next to me,
happens.
so I might be able to get you a unified defense block if you fail.
That's fair.
So we'll
And
see.
I have a +1 to this roll, so oh boy.
Oh no, boy, you really called
do you
that,
want
didn't you?
inner fire?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't think inner fire, but rewarding light maybe would.
Oh yeah,
What did you
because
roll?
I failed by
5.
4 or more, so this is good. Or less.
Are you
Wait,
adjacent?
I didn't
Yes,
fail.
we
Not
failed
adjacent.
Oh
Not
no.
adjacent.
And not only that, I also this can't work because I failed by 5.
I think that it's this.
Yeah.
I think we have to do this.
Perfect. Do it.
Try
Save
unified
Yeah.
save
need a
me.
6. Just need a 6. A 6 is doable, maybe. Here we go.
You're my only hope.
No, it doesn't
Oh
matter.
my
We got a
gosh.
3.
It's okay. Increase stress by 3.
I'm okay with that. Let's do. Okay, so then this succeeds, and that means you get to.
That
just
means
straight up
I
succeed. You don't have to roll
succeed.
again.
Heck
You
yes.
succeed.
And because I succeeded, I get to deal 1 damage to the foe that attacked me.
If you roll 6.
If you
If
succeed
I
on
roll a
Black
6,
Gosh.
which means I'm not going to. Here comes another 3.
And that's how I just did it.
Oh,
Hey,
yes,
success.
perfect.
All right.
Boom.
11.
Yay.
Boom.
Very good.
Cool. Did you take that damage off?
Yes. Yeah. I got it. I'd put it down at like the halfway point and then ended up pulling it off later.
I
So.
got
Yes.
Mhm.
And then red text is gonna Bloom Brute is gonna move 2 spaces closer to the target. Each hero must increase stress by
1,
1.
2. I will also increase the stress here by 1, taking the damage, because I'll deal 3 damage back too, and I'll get this health back. So I think that makes more sense. But each of you increase stress by 1. I did it for you. Boom.
Thank you.
And we're
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah. Okay, then that is this.
Awesome.
Picky Eater is coming up next. That's fine. I don't know why he's
Yeah,
going to be picky, though. He's going to be attacking me after I deal more damage to him again. So we're going to go all the way back up. I have my triple dice. Perfect. I am down to 1 health. I am going to 6th sense here. Need an 8+. Oh, boy. Well, this is in an iffy spot here. So I am, in fact, going to heal myself all the way back up by increasing stress. Boom.
What amazing framing. Instead of saying, I'm going to burn one of the potions for all of us and put us closer to death, you're like, I'm just going to go ahead and heal myself up. Little
Yep.
self-care. No worries, boys. There, feeling better. Okay, carry on. Hey.
I mean,
No, it's
when
fine. It was
when
fine.
this means if I don't get this, I deal, 2 damage? Or if I get this ability off, I have the potential for 8 damage. It feels like a
I mean, when you
no-brainer.
put it that way, yeah, I would do the same thing. That is a good move. Well,
So,
potentially. We'll see.
all right, so now I get to do all of my core abilities with a +1. Okay, there's
Success.
1 that works. All right, Magnus, it's the first time I've dealt damage, so here, please increase my damage dealt by giving me a mana boost, please.
I can mana boost.
Roll that 10.
Boost.
No.
No boost.
It's okay. I think we hold off. I don't think increasing it by 3 is worth. So that's 1 point of damage. I'll get all the. Are you getting? Okay, cool. So the next ability does not hit, but it's a 5 plus. I know it sounds weird. I'm gonna do this because this powers up chain strike. So that's a hit.
I do have inner fire to help you out if I need to.
Yes, here, try to
Sounds
inner fire
good.
this one for me, please.
Got you. I need a 7 or higher.
Thank you. Ooh, nice.
Yay.
Okay, so that just gives me the chance to roll it again, which means I have to roll
It
again.
gives you another try.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh,
It's okay. I will increase by 2 because of my +1 on the ring, so I take a point of damage. That's fine. So that's all 3 of my core abilities have hit. Now I'm going to try to chain attack, which is going to be with a triple dice.
Triple die. Good thinking.
Okay, it hits, so it does 1 additional damage for it, and then I should have done, that's okay. I did it slightly out of order. I should have done this other core strike, but that's okay. So it's 4 damage there, and then my last ability is going to be, no, I'm gonna do exactly what I told Kristina, and I'm gonna be a good party member, and I'm gonna cheer instead.
Oh, that's nice of you.
yay!
Is 6 enough?
It is.
Yes.
So that's all my actions. And you got all the damage that I needed, right, up there?
I did, yeah.
All right,
That
perfect.
last one did 4, is that right?
Yes, correct. So it should have been 7 collective damage coming off.
Nice.
Yeah, I took them off that
Okay,
too.
cool. And then I'm going to heal myself because I've done 3 or more damage. So that happens. And now we will Picky Eater. Picky Eater
Wait, you're
target.
good on this, right?
Oh, yes, I didn't move at all. So
Very
sorry. It checked that off in my head because I didn't move. All right, Picky Eater, range of 1, target each, deal 1 or 2 damage to that target. It is just myself and Robin here. I'm going to go for mine first. 8. I will increase stress by 2. I get a +1 to my core abilities.
Yeah.
So I'll increase by 2 because then that allows me to succeed. And now I'm going to roll for a 6+. I will increase stress by 1 again, which does 1 more damage. So now it's on to yours. Here you go. And
So for my turn to block with like no stress to use. Thanks, teammate.
you're welcome.
I'll be all right. I'll be fine. Look at all my health. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Okay, here
You've
we go.
got this.
Rolling for a block. My block is 11.
Hey,
That is, wow, really close actually. That's a 10.
you bump it up. Boom. Save yourself
Yay.
from
All right,
2
block
damage.
Succeeds. Very good.
Deal 1 damage to the closest hero. That will be
Please not
me.
Thank you.
I will take the damage, and we are good. Boom. Done.
Cool.
Woo. All
Sweet.
right,
My
we're
turn.
surviving. I don't know if we're thriving right now based on our
we're
health,
thriving.
but we're
We
surviving.
try.
We thrive.
We thrive.
My turn?
Yes, it's your go.
2, 3, and 4 movement points. Okay, so I am here, and I'm about to die, and I need to find a way to not do that. Maybe if I run all... Well, no, I can't run all the way over here because I walk right through that to get the health and die. Not useful. I mean, if I'm going to cower with my turn, I could, like, run all the way down here and try and get that. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another 1, 2. That would take a bunch of stuff. Well, here, let's see what's happening next. What is going to happen to me? Force each hero not on a space with a trap to move closer to a trap. So as long as I just make sure my body is not trap near,
the traps.
I'll
Yeah.
be okay. Yeah, this will be fine. Maybe I'll just stay where I am. I'm just going to stay where I am.
I think
What
you
am I
stay
thinking?
right where you're at.
And since I'm staying where I am, my root boots are online. That means I get a
Nice.
+1 to everything that I roll.
Perfect.
So let's go ahead and start with a good old-fashioned weak spot.
I think that seems
And we're going to
reasonable.
roll a triple die on that because it just refreshed.
Nice.
Here we go. If I get a 12+, I get 2 damage. That is
11.
close. Very, very close.
You can't
Oh, no.
increase, though, or
No, I
you will...
can't.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna increase. That's a shame. Can you interfire this? I think you can, right?
I think so, as long as it's an ability. Yes.
However... Yes, I guess you could. You would just be
But-
rolling without the power dice.
So
Yeah.
if it goes, she would do an interfire with 2, and then when it comes back to me, I would do an interfire with only 2. I wouldn't get to do an
Correct.
interfire with 3.
Yes.
It's still worth trying. I mean, let's go ahead and go for it.
Why? You
Take
already
2
hit
dice
it.
and- I didn't already hit it, did I?
What?
Yeah, you only needed an 8+.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
then
trying
what
to
am
get a 12 right now.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Is
because I
what
wanted
you're-
the bonus damage. I guess I could just take the regular damage and go. Yeah,
It's probably worth it because you risk
think it is
failing
too. I was
otherwise,
being
selfish.
and you're not likely to get 2 6s.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and say this resolved. It dealt 1 damage. Since it dealt 1 damage, Magnus can still try and boost up that damage for me.
I got the damage off.
Thank you. Let's see if it does another. Not this time.
No boost.
That's all right. Okay, so that was my first ability. Second thing that I'm gonna do is just a core cheer.
Yeah, probably a good call.
We are way too
Here
stressed.
you go.
Thank you. Here we go. Cheering, and my cheer was a 6, and I needed a 4.
Nice.
That works. This comes down
Decrease. Good call.
here.
Good call.
And the final thing that I'm gonna do is I am going to shield bash.
Nice.
Well, is the unicorn close enough to benefit from this?
If you move them,
If I go
to
here and then
I will
shield bash
be.
to here, right? Oh,
If you just
you
move
want me to
them to
stay here and
here.
just shield bash there? Yeah, that works. Let's do that. Okay, rolling
works.
for shield bash. I just need an 8, and since I still haven't moved, I still get a +1, so I really need a 7. Here we go. That is not a 7. Wait. Okay, so that's a 6, which is close to a 7.
And
Do
you
I
could
wanna juice it
increase,
up?
yeah.
I
Do it.
I will. There.
The
Success.
7 +1 from your root boots is an 8.
Yep,
So,
we got it.
you got
So that deals 1 damage to the boss, and it bonks the boss over here, which allows my teammate to try and get involved.
I will attempt to nay-slay them.
Nay Slayer. That's silly. I like that.
Mhm.
Thank you. That was my.
Ah,
Listen to the
Nay.
Nay Slayers. Yeah.
I say nay, 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 and I teleport.
Nay, nay, nay.
Super nay.
I'm gonna teleport to
Uh,
here, and I'll go ahead and increase stress by 1.
Just remember, if you end your turn there and none of the 3 of you move and Bloom Brute does not, I will not be in range to deal any damage on my turn. Just as a heads up.
I can get out of your way.
Okay, good.
I'll get out of your way.
Well, very good. Cool.
Okay. Was that
Okay.
the end of your turn, right? So then the boss goes.
Yes, the boss goes.
Or in
I
this case,
haven't
the
moved at
dungeon.
all, so I know I'm in the clear on this. But this happens. So we got to move each hero not on a trap towards a trap.
Oh,
And,
that's me.
We got 1 damage there. Unfortunately, this is looking like another.
Oh boy.
I move here, and then you'll move there. Or do you want to go here instead?
Let's just go up here. Up here is just fine if that's an option. I think it is.
You might be in
Oh.
in their way though if you do.
Then I'll stay here. Right here is just fine if this works. Cool.
I think so.
Okay. Now, you did the damage to yourself, right, Jesse, when you got pulled into the bush?
Yes, I did. Yep.
And Christina, you did the same?
I grabbed
Yes,
her. Yeah, I
thank you,
grabbed
Jesse
her
helped
health.
Very good.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
then we stress up. Both of you need to increase stress by 1, unfortunately.
So Connery, you increase stress by 1 and lose an HP.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
HP
That's what I
gone.
like to hear.
I
I'm
will increase it.
somehow I was at full health and now I'm almost dead. I don't like this.
They hit
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
And
this is
then
all resolved,
Christina,
is
you
it?
increase the stress. Yeah.
Just should be there. Perfect.
Yeah, I
This is
messed up.
done. And moving on to the next player. Here you go.
Okay. Let's see.
You have the nickname the Baker, by the way. Josh the Baker is coming up and he will cook.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna fry him up a dungeon tome sandwich immediately.
Oh,
Yes.
I should have triggered my dungeon tome at the start of that. It would have saved us. Nice.
I almost said something and I
Magic box.
forgot and then it was too late. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Not good.
Well, if that's not inner
Christina,
fire
can I
time,
have a reroll, please?
Maybe. So for you, yes. Do you want inner fire?
I need some fire to cook. Yeah.
Please.
Please.
Should I use my boost to use 3 dice to guarantee it or get better
sure.
odds?
It's not a
Yeah,
bad
yeah, it's
idea.
your yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, nice.
10 is absolutely enough.
We
So
cooking
I will
over
try
here.
Cooking. What's that smell? Some more
Oh
tater
my
No, it's
gosh.
failure. Oh no!
Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
Well, that didn't
Everything is
work.
awesome.
Magic box.
No magic box, but I'm gonna go 1.
Yeah,
Is
we're-
anybody else sweating? I'm sweating.
I know, we're in a tough spot right now. We have a lot of
gonna be
people
close.
at 1 health and only 1 potion to burn through, so this
I'm
is not
gonna
good.
triple dice hidden rations.
Nice.
11.
Okay.
7. And I'm gonna eat this dungeon tome because I forgot about it, and because I was gonna make it into a meal. That's why I forgot.
Yeah,
about
yeah. Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
And do 3 HP heal for Kristina.
Oh, thank you so much.
Nice. Yeah.
And keep you alive for that soul transfusioning.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You soul transfusion, and I feed your soul.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
I think
cooking soul food.
Oh, I'm
You're cooking
toll food.
Write that down. Write that down.
Dungeon.
Write that down. Write that down. Yeah, no, and it made it even better that it's like a leather book. You know, we're eating leather too.
You can eat leather.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna buy
I have
Well,
one action
Yeah,
left.
I'm a
I have one
sorcerer.
action
That's
left.
how I consume my ancient knowledge.
I want to eat your brains and gain your knowledge.
I'm gonna
The
go
movie.
for a core strike. Just
Okay.
dabbing this plant monster with my
it
horn.
enough?
Success. It is.
Nice.
Has Magnus juiced the damage you've dealt this turn?
No.
I know that's the
I have
first
not.
damage I did.
Here you go, Magnus.
Magnus,
Juice
do
the
your
damage.
thing.
Moon or mana boost. Mana boost.
Boost.
Heck yes. Woo.
So I take one more off.
Cool.
See, we're getting
at-
close to that. We're hitting the thriving part now. We're moving past surviving and we're moving to thriving.
Yeah, the threshold.
Okay, so that is the last of my action points. I am not gonna move anymore, but I do only have one movement point, so I will increase the thorny path stress. And then overgrowth from the brute. That's gonna be range 2.
Don't hit
Target
me.
any.
Don't hit me, please.
1,
Please don't hit
2,
me.
1, 2.
It needs
Yeah, I
to.
won't hit you.
I was gonna say it needs to not be myself or Robin.
I think the only person who could survive it
It
is
was Magnus.
And Magnus,
All
you
the
also have
eyes
the most
shift.
chances to survive because
Oh,
of
yeah.
Glory Knight and Unified Defense.
All right, so it looks like you're rolling for some blocks here, Magnus.
You're next to me,
man.
so I can unified block if I need to, or unified defense. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay,
You've
let's
got
see what we
this.
can do.
You probably won't
You've
even
got
need it.
this.
6.
Just kidding.
You needed a 10.
Needed
So
a
you
10. I
failed-
I failed.
By 4 or less,
go ahead,
though.
Kristina.
Do you want me to go
So
ahead
I
and try
can-
and save you?
No.
Okay.
Not for this one. I think I
Okay.
should reward light,
I think you
maybe,
should too.
because I need to just roll a 6.
An 8+. You haven't mastered it yet.
What? Oh, it's true. Yeah. Well, that didn't
Yeah.
happen.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
But that's fine because then he can try Unified Defense.
All right.
Sure.
Try-
Closest
Here we
ally
go.
failed a core block. So
Yep, I just need a 6 because I
Please,
upgraded it.
you've got
Here we
this.
go. 6 is pretty doable. I think that we're going to be in a
Nice.
good spot.
All right,
Got
you're
it.
safe.
Okay, so you have succeeded your core block. You don't have to reroll it. You have just straight up succeeded. Well done.
sweet. Okay, so that means you block the overgrowth, and now we'll deal 1 damage to the hero closest to the target. And me and John are tied, so I'll go
Please not
take
me.
it.
Oh, thank God. Whew. Okay. Whew.
That
this
is
is
Dungeon
good.
Monster.
This is getting iffy.
Getting dicey.
Getting
I
dicey.
get it.
All right.
All right.
It is your go, though.
Start of my turn. We're back up at 4 movements. I flipped over that. Okay, cool. So I am going to move 2. Go push you guys aside, get right up in front of them, and say, "Hey, those are my friends.
Oh,
Those are my buddies. Those are my pals, and we're gonna soul transfusion." So I have to just roll a 6 or higher.
yay.
Beautiful. So it deals 1 damage. I'm going to take 1 damage to make that 2 damage.
Cool.
Nice. I'll take those 2 off by flipping a 3 to a 1.
What is the beast's current HP? 3 plus 2. 5? Oh,
We're so
this thing's
close.
at death's door. Okay.
Wait, how much does he have left?
5
Five.
HP.
5 HP.
Yep.
Should I core strike or should I cheer? So that was one of the best attacks I have, and I don't
Yeah.
have.
Probably cheer, just because
Yeah.
we've seen Jesse blast out 5 to 7 damage when he has like stuff
Mhm.
going. If you cheer a bunch, that can set up his turn very well.
It's true.
That's fair. Should I cheer once and strike once, or just cheer twice?
Just cheer twice, honestly. But your call.
Well, no, actually, hold on. I say you cheer once. Oh, Josh ate his book. Never mind. I was
He
going to
did
say.
eat
Yeah.
Never mind.
And it was delicious.
I say you cheer and then strike.
Okay.
So
Well, we're gonna cheer first.
But
I feel like this looks so demented in front of the dungeon boss. I know that they're sentient to a degree, but like I'm just over here, like I stop mid combat, turn to you all, and I just start giving a pep talk, and then I turn back around and then just get a
2,
jab
4,
in.
6, 8. Who do we appreciate?
right. What we got?
6 enough.
That was for the tier. I needed a 5+.
Hey,
Alright.
perfect.
Press by 2.
Very
And then
good.
we're going to hit him with a core strike. I'm gonna save this boost for one of your turns so I can inner fire more successfully.
Okay,
Ooh, good thinking.
fair, fair.
So
You've got
we're
this. You
gonna
can core
try-
strike with a 9. I have faith. Well,
Uh-oh.
No,
that was misplaced faith, but we'll take it.
but we did some damage.
Yeah.
Sure.
Emotional
Very good
damage
stress.
by cheering in his
Damage is
face.
the friends.
True.
It's the friends we made along the way. Going over to Thorny Path, I only used 2 movement.
Nice.
Yay.
So we're not getting more stressed out. And then going to the environment turn, you ate the book, so we cannot.
Yeah. But it healed you, so.
It was worth it. It was worth
Yeah.
it in the end.
It was.
And
We'll find out.
also, yeah, so we have Binding Bramble. It forces each hero not in a space with a trap to move 1 space closer to or onto the closest trap. We've seen this a few times.
Josh,
Not
do you.
you.
Want me to
I
go for you?
Go ahead and let
Jeez.
it be me.
Oh,
Let it be you.
guess-
I mean, it's
Uh-oh.
gonna have to
One
be
of us has
either of
to-
us, but
One of us has to.
it's fine. I'll go for it.
Do you want me to move here so that I can eat some damage if I need to?
yeah, probably. And then I don't move at all because I'm already on a trap.
Okay, that was our last potion. If any of us reduce to 0 HP now, our entire party loses, and that's probably
So
Can
I should stress myself up and take 1 point of damage on my turn?
Don't even think about it.
I was about to say you activated the trap card.
All right, so this thing is done.
Okay.
So everyone moved. One second.
Yes.
So we need
Did
to
we
each
boost
hero on
the-
a space with stress needs increased stress. So I'll do
Oh
it
yeah,
once.
so each hero on a space, so we just need to increase it by 2.
Correct.
Jesse
Yes.
does it
All done.
once. Yep.
Yep.
Just 2.
Just 2.
This is complete.
Perfect.
All right.
If you can deal 5 damage, well,
I should be able to, and here's hoping, because I don't know if we survive another attack. So,
we will see.
all right. I think the smartest thing to do here probably is to do what I've been doing, which is try to get 6th sense
You
off.
have to get in range first if you want.
Oh, yeah.
If
You
you're
are
gonna
pretty
do
far
all
off.
of them as core attacks. at
I think I'm
least.
going to have to. Boom. All right, let's go. Let's try to end this.
Let's see it.
Okay, so that's all.
The inner fire's ready.
Yeah, inner fire is ready. So I am going to 6th sense. Haha. Okay, that one hits.
Cool.
So now
So
I have.
that's 8 minus 1, right? So you're at a 7.
Oh, but this isn't
For
core.
6 cents.
Yeah. Okay,
So
so
you
it
need a
does.
This is
plus
only core. You'll
So I have to
by
increase it by 1. Ooh, good.
Cool, cool.
All right. Here we go.
Hear me out? Oh,
Core ability or core strike hits because I get a +1 from this. So that first one hits.
wait. Hear me out.
Okay.
What, Magnus?
No, you already did it. No, you got. Yeah, Magnus needs to do, but that's your second one
Yeah.
that you got. So that's 2.
Okay. Here you go. You get to try to increase the damage dealt.
Should I use? Would you like me to use my boost now or use it for inner fire later?
Just keep it for inner fire.
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
I think-
Because I have the damage to cover if you miss this. This would just be I don't have to do as much. So I think you just try to roll it without the
Oh,
bummer.
okay. That's all right. 7 is. That's fine. That's fine. We can still get the damage out. Ain't no thing.
Ain't
Yeah,
no
okay.
thing.
Jesse, what if you did one of these, their last one, as a core cheer? So that way you have some stress to work with for chain attack.
Yeah, but hear me out. I have my triple dice. Okay, you're right. I should. You're right. I should do this.
All right.
Okay. Because how much health? 3 health. So I have enough to cover
3
his
health
health. Okay, so I will core cheer here as one of my core abilities from 6th sense, which does happen. So I bump this down by 2. So now I have 2 action points left. I'm going to core strike again, just as my last action here. All right,
Success.
that hits. So now I'm going to chain attack with my power dice and hope for the win.
If it fails, we inner fire.
Boom, done.
Well done.
And Bloom Brute is corpsed.
He is.
I knocked over the meeple.
We
like that.
successfully
Yeah.
we successfully watered or didn't water all the plants, which is Kristina's favorite thing, and they're all dead now. So
Oh.
perfect. Perfect.
Sweet.
Perfect. Okay.
Well
Woo!
played, team. Well played.
We won!
Yay! Can we get some cheers? Cheers in the chat.
Cheers in the chat.
Cheers in the chat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Woo!
Perfect. Cool. All right. Well, that is the end of a dungeon exploration trip for our team here. We went in expecting to learn and figure out how to better take care of plants. They instead tried to kill us, and now we can't go to a greenhouse anymore. So
I know, I'm banned.
That's like Little Dungeon of Horrors.
I'm banned. Little Dungeon of Horrors. Yeah, exactly. Cool. All right. So now we are switching to the Q&A, aren't we, Kristina? Isn't that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
We have quite a few questions that came in, some from during the stream and then some from social media.
Perfect.
If you have any questions that you would like answered that have not been already, feel free to send them again in the chat, just to make sure that they get some visibility, and we will start with answering those. Before we get into gameplay questions, there's one burning question that I know some people have had if they've joined the stream a little bit later. It is asking about revealing the mystery gift. So Jesse, if you don't mind zooming in on Rain really quickly.
Yes.
This unicorn that you saw here was not Vale the Guardian, and instead it was the mystery gift that we will be gifting to anybody who followed Here to Slay Dungeons on Gamefound prior to launch, or backed any of our crowdfunding projects before. So that includes both Kickstarter and Gamefound for Mystic Moon. This character is going to be automatically included if you qualify under one of those two umbrellas. If you don't qualify, it will be available as an add-on after we post today's update, along with some other add-ons for the character. We don't want to jump the gun now and people who were not in the stream be like, what the heck is this? So those two will come in tandem. It will be the hero card, and then it'll also come with the token for the hero as well. There will also be an optional add-on for a vinyl figure and a playmat if you want to complete your set. And then I believe the update will have clarifications on whether or not that will be included with the Ultimate Collector set. I do believe that those both will be automatically included. If you meet one of those qualifications and are backing the Ultimate Collector set, it should be included. There is space in the box for the party leader box for the Ultimate Collector set if you do want it to all live together. Awesome. Sorry, I just wanted to get that out.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. Rain is a cool character. It's a callback to the original Here to Slay game. You will be able to pick for both of the hero classes for this, or both schools. It is the unstable class, but it has two different schools, so you can customize it across any of the base games. And with that, I think... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say something to note here that ties into gameplay. It would follow the same parameters that somebody such as Robin or the other previous character would. Scout. I was drawing a blank on the name. Thank you. Same thing there. Because they don't have a defined class, they would pick last. So if you happen to drag Rain in with a bunch of other people that have a predetermined secondary class, such as Magnus and Conry here, they would pick before they follow the same parameters that somebody with a dual class can do on the back. So they pick last in rotation. So just figured it was worth mentioning from a gameplay perspective.
No, absolutely. One other question that came up that is technically relevant to Rain is somebody, I believe Cobra in the chat, is asking if there's going to be any more stretch goals. We officially announced the final stretch goal, which is going to be a really cool school library. We are getting really close to that goal. I am so excited for you all to be able to see that, but I cannot show you anything ahead of time. But just know it is very cool and a very exciting upgrade for the game. Getting into some game mechanics and gameplay questions, especially to give myself a little bit of time to catch up on other questions to answer at the end. Somebody had asked if some of the bosses are more difficult or harder than others, or like what you would say are some of the main challenges with some of the bosses in the game.
Yeah, so the bosses all do something slightly different, where like some of them will focus on additional damage, some of them will focus on additional stress increase. So I would say the difficulty comes from the variation of party that you probably bring into the mix, where some of the party members that you bring in will not attack, but they will trigger stress in a different way, which can make bosses that focus on stress more damage dealing for you. Like there's a couple of different combinations that change the complexity or difficulty of the boss. Something to note is that veteran is the best way to secure a difficulty increase, is because all of the abilities that each of the bosses will do will then be triggering the red text ability on the bottom of the card there. So that's something to note, where increasing to veteran difficulty is the best way to get a good difficulty power spike. I mean, I think it was pretty prevalent here that you saw a slight difference in difficulty, where I think the last stream, I don't know that we burned through a potion. It was one, maybe if we did, and this one we were one hit away from either myself and or John from being slain, which would have caused the party to wipe. So the difficulty and uniqueness of the boss often is helped determined by this stream that you bring into the or the team you bring into the fight. So
I think that's valid. I also want to flag another question. Somebody had asked on Instagram, what would you consider the jump or the difference in difficulty to understand Here to Slay Dungeons is compared to the classic Here to Slay?
So I would say you're wrapping your brain around a different style of game, but we tried to keep the rules as accessible as we could to people of the same level that we did for Here to Slay base game, where I believe Here to Slay I think is a 10 plus as well. So you're not gonna. What I would say is there's going to be more to read. I would say the complexity of it just comes down to, you'll probably see an increased time for your first playthrough, just because you're learning some new stuff. But I would say that like complexity for the sake of reading through the rules is similar to that of Here to Slay. It's just you're taking on more stuff, I guess. So there's complexity from the standpoint of you're learning more, but it's not like we're introducing complex terminology that's going to be super difficult to follow.
No, I think that's fair. And I think with the two different difficulties, especially, like just having to focus on that one will really help.
Yeah.
But if you're familiar with the core Here to Slay mechanics, I think this transitions pretty well into like a new style of game, like you said.
Agreed. And we also have the quick start guide, where it kind of talks about if you're overwhelmed by some of it, we've given you some ease of access by kind of telling you how you might want to try to build some of the characters at the beginning, so that way you're not too stressed about picking the wrong abilities to go in. So areas that we did see potential increased complexity, we went and erred on the side of giving you some essentially some helpful information in there that will help you make decisions.
Absolutely. It looks like the rest of the questions are things that I should be able to answer. It's primarily just questions about add-ons and shipping and things like that. So I'm going to go through those first. One of the earlier questions that I just wanted to note, somebody was asking if there's a way to make the walls or obstacles more clear. The white lines are pretty prominent when you're looking at it on like an actual game. The tiles are getting expanded per our last update, which is also exciting. So they're going to have a 7-inch diameter. It should be pretty good with visibility. And since there's no other text on these tiles and just symbols, we've tried to make it as accessible as possible. They're pretty thick white lines. But I also could see, if you join our Slayers Guild Facebook community or even the Discord, we have tons of people in the community that play around with 3D print files too, and even sell some accessories that are unofficial. So I think there's plenty of ways that you can mark those up. You could even use like popsicle sticks if you wanted to, and get a little crafty if you want like a 3D visual for something like that, which I think is really cool.
Something to note, if you are looking for a link to Facebook, it's in the clickable, there's a link down in the panels below, so it'll take you directly there.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Let me see. Somebody had asked if the next stream is going to be in a different box. There are going to be more streams. I do see Moonless Nightwolf asking that. We do have a couple more streams planned. We'll be announcing those within a few days of each, just to keep them pretty fresh. Those will be showing off the other base games. And I believe, if you guys want to sound off in the chat, if you'd prefer to see standard or veteran difficulty, I'm personally a fan of veteran difficulty. I think it was fun to sweat a little bit harder, especially just because we're all so like seasoned and experienced when it comes to this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know what your preference would be. We're also down to alternate. I think it could be fun, and maybe even for the last stream, we can bring in some heroes across different base games. But let us, we're constantly listening to community feedback. So if you have preferences on anything we do, be gentle because some things are not able to be accommodated, but we are listening and we're always down to adjust, especially something as small as that to make sure that you guys can get the full experience that you want. Also, yes, the stream is it has been recorded, and once we get out of this, Jesse will send me over the file. We got to do some trimming to it, and then we'll get it uploaded as fast as possible. So if you don't want to wait till the next update, you can just lurk on our YouTube channel or subscribe, and you can get notified whenever that goes live if you turn on notifications. People are asking about vinyl figures. The first vinyl figure question is if the vinyl figures are going to be available in blind boxes after the campaign. Short answer, yes. That's typically the format that we do for a lot of our vinyl figures, especially with like a bigger series. The alternate hero skins are not getting vinyl figures. Right now we have so many vinyl figures for the game itself. I believe it's 25 total if you count Rain. So that's just already a lot of vinyl figures. It's a pretty high price point too. And it just wasn't something that we can introduce this late in the game, but it is something that we are aware of. And we're keeping note of that just for a future down the line. We're, like I said, constantly listening. So if that is something that continues to come up, we will make note of it. Let me see. Are the old characters and new characters skin in the game? So the heroes for Here to Slay Dungeons are all new heroes. They are inspired by the heroes of the original Here to Slay game, but these are completely new heroes that you are going to see in this game with very familiar classes. Jesse, this is the one I might tap you in on. I think this was asked during our last stream, but it'd be nice to cover it again. Somebody was asking about like the core differences across the three base games.
Yeah, so I don't want to give away too much. Some of it will be the fun that you'll have exploring it yourself. However, some of that, and by that I mean the more nuance of the dungeon itself. But you'll get a varying amount of, or a varying set of dungeon bosses and minions in each of the games. You'll get a varying set of heroes. All of the school classes vary from each game to game, so you'll still see the same breakdown of physical versus ethereal, where there'll still be 3 of each, but those the schools within those will change, giving different varying play styles, and then the way that the dungeons interact. So like we have traps in Molten and Overgrown. You'll run into some additional stuff with the other ones where the tile setups themselves actually play a little bit differently from some of the environmental things that happen. But yeah, main thing is that you're getting a whole different set of, dungeon bosses, minions, play style from your school abilities, characters. And then as some people have asked, they can all be interchanged throughout game to game, so you can bring some of your heroes into pre-exist or other dungeons. You don't have to have all of the Molten and Overgrown play with just the Molten and Overgrown. So it's a lot of variability in the characters, monsters, minions, and then abilities that you'll see in every game. So
absolutely. And a good follow-up question to that that came up, I believe, in the Discord was wondering if you can play with more than 6 active schools in a game. And if so, do they need to remain balanced between physical and ethereal?
So I'm trying to think on what the breakdowns would be here. The issue becomes, it's not that you couldn't play with more, but it would only be prevalent kind of towards setup. And the reason that I say that is because the way that drawing from your school classes works is you select your 2 school classes at the beginning. One of them is preset, the other one you select yourself. So you could bring in more, but like an example here, right, where we had the breakdown that we did, there isn't a reason for any more schools than what we have represented here by selected schools. So like we only had X number, I guess in this case 6 selected schools. There's not a way to select more schools than that. So even if you brought in 8, because I'm with Conry here, I can only pull out of Blade and Precision. Even if there was that 8th school out here that was a physical school, I'm limited by the number of schools that I pick at the beginning. So You can mix and match however you want. It's just the need. You're not going to be drawing from additional schools that you didn't draw from at the beginning, if that makes sense.
No, that does.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Let's see what else we have. Somebody's been asking for STL files to print the minions. This is a request that we're aware of, but it's not something that we currently have planned. But I will pass along interest in that for the team. We do make all of our vinyl figures with molds, and all of them are hand painted. So it's a little bit of a different process, but I can just pass that along to the team. People are asking if the skins have different abilities. We have been posting the skin cards. The skins do have different abilities as well as different heroes. They're going to be on the flip side of your hero cards. So it'll be really easy to switch between the two. Let's see. People are asking about returning exclusives, and I also have some of those coming in from Instagram as well. We do have plans to bring back some returning exclusives. That is not something that we are able to address just yet, but let us know in the comments what exclusives you do want to come back. I would say on the campaign comments, less the stream comments. We are just keeping up with that and keeping up with interest, and it gives us an idea of what the community wants or what the community is missing. Since we've brought them back on a few different projects, I think it's definitely worth like gauging what people are missing or what have they picked up from other previous campaigns where we've brought exclusives back. Let's see. Based on question and answers in the Q&A update, is the team doing playtests for more players? It's something that we're noodling on in terms of adding that, but we will post that in a different update with any updates on that. But we do have a team of playtesters for any game adjustments that we're doing for this game and for future designs. We may share out the link to solicit for more people who are interested in doing playtests at a later time, but I think we have a pretty decent pool right now. People are asking for shipping questions as well. I'm so sorry, Jesse. I know I'm monologuing a little bit right now.
You're good.
Regarding shipping timelines, so if you are getting the English edition of the game, we're expecting to have fulfillment finished around March 2027. If you're getting the Spanish or the French versions, we want to make sure that those translations are done exceptionally well, and we take the time that's needed for those. So those are going to be finishing fulfillment by, I believe, June 2027. When it comes time for actual fulfillment, we're going to be posting pretty frequent updates, or at least consistent updates, even if the updates just says no update, to make sure that you're keeping a pulse on things as well. Let's see if there are any additional questions.
I'll hit a couple that I saw that I know we've mentioned, but they're super easy. This will be up on YouTube. We record all of our videos, and they get uploaded at a later time. So we'll have to do some editing, all that good stuff. But this will be going up on, will be posted. And then there was one other one. Oh, TTS. So TTS version of this, we don't have one available for the general public right now. It is something that has cropped up for every other one of our games, either fan-made or something that we've entertained ourselves. So I can't promise anything for this one, but I'd say given the track record for any of the tabletop simulator stuff that we have, I would be surprised even if we don't pursue an actual file that is ready. A fan almost always does one, and you can find that in the tabletop simulator workshop whenever that time comes.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. It looks like we also got one other question from Curbinator86. They were just asking if there's a difference in setup between 2 versus 3 versus 4 people.
I love the name, by the way. I saw it multiple times,
same.
and I was like, Curbinator is fantastic. There is no, it's the potion. So like, no, not really. Again, it depends on the difficulty. The difficulty's increased on whether you play in veteran mode or not. It's not going to be a quote unquote difficulty increase by going from 2, 3, or 4 players. It would just be, I mean, you have less, like, outside of taking in some of the maybe overlooked stuff, where if you're playing 2 players, you're going to have less maybe combo opportunities. So there might be a difficulty increase from the fact of, like, we had a lot of things that were helping off turn, where like if Magnus wasn't playing, we wouldn't have had access to Inner Fire or Rewarding Light. Not guaranteed anyway. So like, just by having the party shrink, your options shrink a little bit. So I guess you could say that there's a potential for increased difficulty there just because you don't have the array of skills. But there's nothing in regards to setup that you're doing that's any different or that would decrease difficulty from that perspective.
Absolutely. And I believe that should be it for the questions.
Nice.
Before we go, me and Josh have been chatting on the side a little bit. I know in yesterday's update we did not show off Harold's ability. So if you don't mind switching to gameplay view, I believe Josh has Harold.
I have Harold to show off right now.
Perfect. Just to give you guys a little bit of a peek. I'm sure we'll post him in a future update as well. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of a peek. He knows Nana's recipe. He also loves food and cooking.
Yeah, this would have been one for Josh as the baker to be playing right now.
I know, right?
Frying pan and all. Cool. All right, so that's everything then, Q&A wise?
Yeah, that should be everything, especially just with time right now.
Yeah.
If you have any other questions, both myself and a lot of our game experts, all of our game experts are constantly lurking in the comments of updates and also the page. And they're happy to help with anything that comes up. You're also welcome to write into us. You can either message us on Gamefound or email support@unstablegames.com with any questions you have, and we'll get back to you pretty fast. So just want to put those resources out there for any additional questions. It could be gameplay. It could be I love your games and I have this idea. We're always receptive.
It's true. It is true. All right, and then because a couple of people asked, I'll send us off with a good old table flip.
Table flip.
Boom.
Beautiful.
Table
Perfect.
flip. All right. Well, thank you all for taking the time to join us for the stream this afternoon, morning, whatever time frame it is for all of you. I appreciate you being here. Love the questions. Love the interactions. So, yeah, much appreciated. And thanks for the team for being here as well for gameplay. It always is fun.
That was a joy.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's always fun.
Absolutely.
And because we didn't have a poll, we're going to assume that you all answered yes, we were going to win. So you guys all answered correctly to the poll as well because, you know, you saw some high-quality gameplay. Yeah, congrats.
It was close.
It was. We were sweating a bit. All right. Well, as always, it's been a pleasure, and we will chat at you all next time.